Hello. Can you hear me? It looks like you can. Ooh, ooh. Yes, humankind. Can you? Yes, and I think you can hear humankind as well. No way, he didn't just start the timer straight away. I think he did. Kia ora, everybody! Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hi. I'm just going to quickly grab a drink and start the timer. But I think I can probably beat it. I don't know. Or we could just hang out as early birds. An infinite timer. No. But seriously, I have started the timer and I will be able to stick to it because I'm actually ready and I've got my shizer together. We're going to play some Humankind today. I've got a very fun challenge. Oh my goodness. No. I mean, yes, thank you so much. We got a really fun challenge that obviously I'll say as we begin. But holy cow. Mortish, firstly, congratulations on doing that you just did a quite nice job interview. I'm sure that you did well in it. Probably better than you think. So hopefully that goes well for you. Just like Huck's new job. Hopefully Huck is going well for you. Mortish with a whomper of a 10 euro says, I feel like I maybe speak for all of us. It's great having you. Oh my God. Huck. Are you sure? I sold my house STF. Yeah. Holy. Dude. No, you can't do that. Jeez. Louise. I'm gonna have to go and get this drink. I'll be right back. Woo! Going on. What is life? All right, okay, everybody, I'm back, and I've rekindled myself, and I'm ready to firstly thank you, Dusk and Dawn, for the 15 shekels. Dusk says hello, just wanted to say happy birthday to Humankind, which is a very good point. Happy birthday, Humankind, you old fool. You are brilliant. Oh my goodness. The only thing I don't have today is voice effects. I'm sorry, so I'm gonna have to do them. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to do them all myself, which is gonna be a disaster. But we'll deal with that. Also, Dusk with a follow up says, just wanted to say, sorry, with a follow up down the line says, also forgot to say, welcome back, Jumbo. Thank you. It's too much of a pleasure to be here, and I was so like worried about the whole everything. So it's wonderful to see so many people tuning in already. We haven't even got the gameplay up yet. We also had a couple of memberships. Aaron, thank you. Welcome to the mini pixels. Huck, 11 months, but I feel like that's a 12. It's a 12 in membership, but perhaps an 11 in YouTube's formal acknowledgement. Dusk with 7 months as well as a JumboPixel. Just won a Humankind game as the Cubans. They are absolutely brilliant and probably my favorite contemporary culture in the game. Now, and then Huck, it's just you left. And it's taken me, like, looking at the clock, like 4 minutes to cover. Are you sure? Dude, Huck Houston, I don't have sound effects, so I'm gonna have to do it myself. Why do I not, actually? That's really disappointing. Yeah, no, it's just not playing ball with me today. Odd. Odd. But Huck with a whomper of actually the largest donation of the year, right? So, woo! Yeah, woo! That's the sound effect. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's a $250 sound effect you just heard. Good God. But seriously, Huck, that is just like so insanely generous and kind and crazy, and hopefully it'll linger above the chat for the entire stream and for the rest of all time, because my God, you deserve it. Thank you so much. Made bank on my house, no problem at all. I'm so glad that you made bank on your house, not just because I stood to benefit. And really, I did. Thank you. Like again, oh my God, thank you so freaking much. I didn't even know they could go that red, you know? It's like the it goes sort of a purpley color, and then yeah, wow. Jeez, dude, that's insane. Like, that is just insane. Thank you so much. And welcome to everybody else. I haven't forgotten you either. Hey, Octopus, welcome in, friend. Rob, it's Humankind's birthday, so thanks for bringing the cake. Huck, I love you more. Good luck on the challenge. What speed am I going to play on? A very good question, Ramon. Shall we then, everybody, now that we're ready, jump in? Don't isolate that. All right, so I've been challenged by a subscriber by the name of Pete. You may be familiar, and Pete just designed this really brilliant challenge, and so I wanted to play it regardless. No, there's no actual money expectation. Although Pete did the bet that is in the title is true. I didn't make that up. It's not a clickbaity title. However, I'm going to take on this challenge, but I know no expectation of being rewarded financially for it, but I just think it is so brilliant. So let's jump in. It is not the 100 Years' War, although you bet your backside I'll be checking this out, because look at that wonderful, crisp, in-game integration. I wasn't sure how they were going to integrate it, and I have to say, like with most things that have happened while I've been away in Humankind, thoroughly impressed with it. Thoroughly impressed. Anyway, today I'm going to be playing a brand new game. I will, of course, put Pete in, and I'll have to put Huck in because, okay, you know what? We're doing it big. So it's going to be a 10-player game. We're going to put largely AI ones, but as luck would have it, both Huck and Pete happened to have been spawned into it, which is actually perfect. I think there are other subscriber ones here as well, right? KM6, S10. So here is our lobby. I'm going to change myself to be not a red Thor Hammer of Doom, but I will stay as red, and you'll see why in a minute. We're also going to grab... I want something that symbolizes a return, you know, like I've been away for a while. Thank you for your patience, by the way, to all of you wonderful people. Hey, Tink, welcome in. So, you know what? And let's do an ironic peace dove instead. You'll find out why that's funny in a minute. And we'll surround it by these guns pointing at it. Okay, great. So my rule set for the rest of the challenge. We're playing on a normal world. I'll be playing on normal pacing as well. 300 turns. However, my end conditions are very specific. No turn limit. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. All empires vassalized can stay, but technologies is out. Empires eliminated can stay, but Mars, who cares? Era limit reached. One empire has unlocked all the era stars in the last era. Interesting. That's the only one I haven't actually thought about whether I'll turn it on or off. Let me tell you the rules of the challenge. They are in the description, so you may have already read ahead and taken a look. But if you haven't, I just thought it was so cool. I'm going to open up my description so that I can read it out to you so that I don't gabble. The rules are as follows. Rule number 1, it's a winner-takes-it-all challenge. Jumbo versus the world. While I can have alliances or puppets, or indeed be puppeted, the only victory conditions are domination ones. So I must eventually dominate or vassalize, right? There are one or two ways around this, but at the end of the day, I have to emerge as the leader of the world. But I can have toadies underneath me. Secondly, however, to prevent me from just rushing ahead and getting some really great units, I must also achieve 25,000 fame, because the channel recently crossed over 25,000 subscribers. So it's a single fame point for every subscriber. all right? So we have to get to like 25,900. No, so we have to get to 25,000 fame so that I can earn each and every single one of you who has generously clicked the subscribe button 1 fame point, all right? So this is where the fun comes in. It's also, if you think about it, a really brilliant way to sort of prevent me from cheesing the challenge. Other than that, I'll be playing on Empire difficulty on normal pacing. So, yep, Empire, it's certainly very challenging enough. The AI does receive some fortification and combat strength bonuses, so they're formidable enough. And, of course, the subscriber ones, I should actually maybe even consider lowering it down a bit. Pete generously left it up to me, so I could just play it on Hamlet, but we won't do that. And then we've got custom maps, no content, all of it, of course. And lastly, the final rule, rerolling is allowed indefinitely during the Neolithic era, but from then I'm only allowed to reroll time travel once. All right? So only 1 cheese reroll. And other than that, that is the rule set for this challenge. So, kia ora and welcome in. And we are live, of course, on YouTube and on Twitch. I see you lurkers over there. Thank you for lurking. Let's roll. Unless there was any world settings. Raza, 4X Gamer, kia ora. The Phoenix would actually be a good one as well. Time tilt to the future, you've won. That's a good point. You don't know what help with the algo? You sure as you know it will. Well, it will actually. We jumped up from like 30 viewers to 50 viewers, which is fantastic to see, along with 23 likes. Thank you, you glorious people. I don't have huge expectations for viewer numbers today, and that's fine. Because sometimes we can do a stream and not have those expectations on ourselves, and I think it probably makes it more fun. And also, because I've been away for a while, it's likely that YouTube won't quite push my channel as hard as it would. While that raging person who I sort of mocked a little bit on the YouTube community page in my update post was unjust and unfair in their claims, they weren't altogether wrong. It is true that the algorithm does get a bit bored of you if you don't post at least sort of around once a week on average, unless you're exceptional, which I am not quite exceptional enough for it to keep loving me. But you're all here, so clearly it's working. The last thing that I want to just quickly have a look at is these world settings. Now, if there are any... Oh, wow! Aaron! You are, I believe, the 3rd or the 4th person ever to gift 5 JumboPixel memberships. That is fantastic. Are we getting our on-screen alerts for your generosity? Yes, we are. Good to see. Welcome! Thank you, Aaron, so much! Holy crap. Lazulai, the real Vo. Our Adam R, almost said Aaron, Zachary, and Dismental. A whole load of names that I almost all of them recognize. Regular names. That is so cool. It's so cool to see. It's so cool to see that. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Aaron. That is awesome. I love it. I also love the way that they've designed that little pop-up. That's neat. Okay, I haven't seen any requests come through, so I guess I'll just leave it at what a fairly sort of standard build would be. It's quite a large world, so... Oh, actually... Speaking of which, let's make it quite a large world. So we'll give it 4 continents, we'll give it a new world. Land percentage of around 60% is probably fairly accurate. And keep everything else fairly regular. Rivers, keep it down to some, I guess. Just kind of keep everything fairly normal so the world isn't too odd. Resources, though, I could be a little bit kinder to the entire world and keep resources on abundant, and I think I'll do that. And that is our rule set. Hey, games for you. Nice to see you. Going good, I hope. We're about to begin. Let's roll. And how long did that take me? Probably far too long. But thank you to the very kind person who will, hopefully, comment the time cards on the VOD. If you're watching the VOD afterwards, shout out to you. There's always somebody who does it. It's not always the same person, but I really appreciate that. It makes it so much easier for me to go back because YouTube has this wonderful system where it lets me place them, if you are curious. It lets me place time cards, like timestamps, but it doesn't save them through. So it doesn't sort of carry them through into the post-processing phase. So it's a bit difficult. So I appreciate you doing that. Right on time for the big return. Fantastic, Sanogo. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're loading into a huge game with 10 people. And I'm going to try and not only beat them all, but also get 25,000 fame in the process. I haven't played Humankind since I went on break at the start of August. So it's also the longest I've been without playing Humankind. I know it's like riding a bike, but also, you know, a part of me is a little apprehensive. I'm like concerned that I'm going to make big mistakes or something. So the first thing that we have to do, obviously, is
delicious.
Yeah.
Though next time
5
it
food.
might be better if you washed it first.
Brilliant. All right, let's bounce through that. A little bit more up this way. I would like to move toward that river anyway. D's Nuts gave us 10 food, which is quite nice. Stepping onto that river is going to be quite costly. I think this start is not going to be a keeper. We'll have a look at one more turn, just in case. Yeah, no. That's a hard no from me, friend. Back to the main menu he goes. I do tend to have a soft rule where I don't like to restart more than 3 times, and I may still hold myself accountable to that. One thing to check, the game didn't used to save the victory conditions. Yeah. You gotta watch that. It doesn't remember these because it's not technically a re-roll, which is fair because, you know, you may not want it to carry them through. So we don't want the error limit, we just want empires vassalized or eliminated. Yes? Yes. Fantastic. Am I a standing desk? Yes, Mortish. I was able to build a standing desk while I was on my break too, which was pretty cool. I won't tell you how long it took me to build it. But it worked. Although I'm sitting down right now because it's tired. So, did I buy it for nothing? No. Listen, I wonder if you won't be able to hear it, but ooh, it's rising up as we speak. Hey, get back down! Where do you think you're going? Get back here! You can't see me right now, but I look like a very, very short person sitting at a huge desk. So you know, there's some comedic value in it too. But no, I love it. I do actually love it. It's awesome. Would recommend if you like to stand up or you're kind of a fidgety person, perhaps.
Out of the raw stuff.
Oh yeah, I did actually forget to do that.
Alliances and enemies, wealth and danger, power and penury.
Let's try this start. Round 2. We've got 300 turns at least. Maybe less or more depending on how aggressive our opponents are. But, you know, the game should last around 300 turns. And I expect to waste a few at the start. Because it's a normal speed game as well, so we should probably, you know, lower our expectations a little. Just kind of chill out a bit. I'm willing to wait maybe... Ooh, hello. Ooh, kind of ugly though. Now I've left that river, so I'm sort of forced to stay off it. We've got an extra hunting party though. So we'll send them up to... Where are we? Whoa. Yeah, it's quite a big world. This unit will pick up another one as well. So, okay. I see you. Chuck you up on the river there. We'll try and do some hunting as well, because this is going to be, you know, slightly longer than a normal era, so we should have time to get all our bits and bobs in a row. Wouldn't be able to help myself fiddle with it going up and down. Yeah, it's too fun. It's too fun. If you're just tuning in, kia ora, someone going away, and you're wondering what the challenge is for me to, firstly, beat every single other player in the game. I have to win, not just through score or through making it to Mars, but instead through conquering them or vassalizing them. Basically, it's a one empire will emerge kind of game. And secondly, I have to get 25,000 fame. 1 fame point for each subscriber on the YouTube channel. I love it. The fame challenge also has a sort of a secondary function in that it stops me from just ramming ahead and grabbing a whole load of good technologies and then just, you know, kind of beating everybody and winning the game on like turn 100. Because I have to try and make sure that I can earn 25,000, which is absolutely going to be the hard part. Yeah. Totally. And the way that it interacts with the first part, though, I think is quite fascinating as well. Which cultures am I aiming for? That I don't know. I'll look to my shortlist of 2 or 3 favorites in each era. But I think it's a good idea at this stage to keep it really fast and loose because we don't know what kind of world this is. Needs to resolve that. We don't know how close our opponents are going to be. You know, I may need to take a militarist early on or something like that. So I'll hold any judgment so far. I don't love this, but I don't hate this either. So let's stick with it. More deer to fight. These guys have got no idea what's coming. Okay, great. I will also probably start to put some of these units on auto-explore once they get out and away a little bit. We are back! Yo, Ben, nice to see you! My friend! I missed that little face in the chat. I really did. How you doing, Ben? A huge shout out to all of our wonderful mod team, by the way. To all 5 of you. Thank you for the work that you do. Hopefully you've also enjoyed maybe a bit of a break. I don't know. Is it tiring being a... You know, you're like, geez, I'm just banning all these bots. Whipping out the ban hammer all the time. I'm exhausted. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know. But I missed you. I missed you. Oh, you're an uncle again. Oh my god. Well, you definitely did then. Fantastic news. Congratulations. Stab. Nice. It's a weird game when you get your hunter star first. We've lost the Catalans. I don't think that's a huge deal. Let's get another unit. When in Rome, get more units. It looks like the geography could be pretty nasty down that way, so I'm going to move here, where it is actually even worse. Yeah, that was a waste of time. Okay, do I want to stick with the start? No, I hate it. I'm going to take my final reroll and leave. What we'll do is we'll leave it there, though, because, of course, that will be auto-saving, right? So I can jump back in and grab that one. If this third and maybe final one ends up looking garbage. Only thing to do is, of course, we have to make sure that no other person can win the game by going to Mars or anything daft like that. Let's begin. Neat. And just give me 1 second while it loads. Sorry. Bear with. Oh, lucky you had such a glorious looking cutscene. Don't you coo me while I'm gone.
Another day.
Challenging
Another dawn of
Scott for the
humankind.
sugar throne. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna need to get a like a sugar 2 or something. Cerubio, Kelda, welcome. I hope you've found success over the last few weeks while I've been away as well. I'm sure you have. And also kia ora to our wonderful friends over on Twitch. I've got the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat running at the same time today, like some sort of absolute madman. So I can see you over there as well, some old guy in Hawaii. Okay, let's take this one. The mountain range could make for a really fun Joe start as well, which actually could be a goer if I want to hang around in the era for a long time, because I can get to technologies faster than other people. So in this first era, I'm going to consider probably Joe, the Egyptians, of course, for their strong builder strat, likely the Johnsonians as well, the Mycenaeans, and then a foodie one as well, I would say. That's probably my shortlist. Happy to, as always, take recommendations from chat though, so sing out if you think I'm a moron, if you see an opportunity that I may not have seen. Honestly, just yell out, because I am here and I am ready and I am listening, and here's a territory with some horses. So even though we don't have an abundance of food just yet, this is actually, and these nuts also, help to make this a better start than the previous ones, I think. Yep. Okay, we're gonna go with this. Ben Ombi, a member, but not just any member. A freaking gigapixel at that, Ben. Yeesh. A gigapixel for 12 months as well. Happy 12 months anniversary, Ben. Oh, we share an anniversary with Humankind. Ben says, what's the battle plan for 25k? I know you can do it. Yeah, well, I don't share your all-seeing, knowing optimism, Ben, but I'm somewhat optimistic as well. We're going to try and stick with OP cultures, linger in our areas as long as we can, not fall behind on science in the early game, so I don't lose to early war. What is going on? Oh my god, that was overwhelming. Okay, a whole load of dudes just like popped out and started running all over the show. So we have met an opponent. There's that early war I was talking about. No extra food here means I could potentially fight this away. Yeah, actually they're kind of blocking my zone of control as well. So if we don't fight them, we can only move one tile. So let's fight them. They're going to run.
I bet you're
That's actually quite good because now I can free up all of this, and go and get this food. 10 food down there, and we're going to just send this unit way away. Whoa. Jeez. Okay, this is quite hot. I like this. This is a good start. Let's stick with it. Should we hunt this unit down? I think we should, actually. Instead of hunting the beasts, we're going to hunt the humans! Okay. We'll move toward the flag. They didn't take it. So we'll stay on the high ground and destroy. Obliterate! And it's done. 6 points. 6 points. Sorry to hear that, my friend. But you absolutely know that we all believe in you. I believe in you incredibly, actually, Cerubio. 0 war support was leveraged out of that. That's okay. It can be really disappointing in the moment, but the beautiful thing is about the moment is that the moment never lasts, right? So, I'm really sorry to hear that. I feel that, but also, you know that you'll do it. 0 F1 F3. Yeah, some requests I fill and I think, why did I do that? That was one of those. Okay. We just need 10 more food. Unfortunately, we only found 5. So then we'll just sort of bully up against this guy. These 2 units, we might separate them to go for the science over here and the food down here. We could also potentially, actually, hey, here's the big brain play. Let's send a reinforcement down there and then send this guy out to get that science. And that's looking good. Oh, I'll just nip back and grab these nuts. Okay. I like the start. I think I'll stick with this so long as... Wait, did they just take the thing with horses? Oh my... Oh, you are really playing with fire and you're about to get burnt. This is going to make for quite an interesting one. I could take 10 food, but waste 3 turns with my 2 units. But they would then get a 3rd unit. Maybe there's some value in that. We're going to need to try and go for food before science if I want to do this. But actually, moving towards this river is totally fine. And we've got just enough to step onto it, so that's good. All right. This is a highly unorthodox start, but I kind of like it. So let's stick with it. They're going to try and fight me again, but first... Ooh, and we got the stories in the stars as well. This is really good for settling outposts. But I think I'll take the food because now we have 3 units, so we're really quite strong. I'll manually resolve it though, just in case it does any, you know, weird things where it's like deploying them in the wrong spots or what have you, just to keep them alive. Hey, ape, appeasionist. Subscribe with Prime. They've been subscribed for 3 months and they're on a 2-month streak. Good luck for the challenge. Thank you. Thank you. And am I deliberately not building a city? No, I just can't. See, we're in their territory, and I don't know if I want this one yet. Although it does have copper. So actually, I kind of do want this one. Its yield isn't super fantastic, but if I place it down here, I can place it down here and grab the 10 quickly, and then we can relocate it later. That's probably the best bet. Yep. So let's just quickly steal that. Out from underneath them. That way we've got the copper and the horses. So it's a fairly reasonable start. Old World stream? Oh, yeah. We should do one of those. And Bannerlord Part 2 as well. Yeah. I'm down, Cal. Pencil it for next week. Oh, actually, next week is still likely to be quite disrupted for me. So we'll keep it in a relatively light pencil. But from the week after that, we should be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy. Yes, Aaron did that for you, Adam. Thank you, Aaron. I'm so glad that you like it and that you're enjoying it. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool to see. I love that YouTube's added that function as well. Thank you, YouTube. We love you. We do. You're great at what you do. They are, really. Like, you know, for all of their misdemeanors, they are. I think this is a really good platform. Okay. So, we're one turn away from pillaging this. So let's finish this pillage. Right? Now it's going to take 2 turns. Why? I think it's because... Oh, dear. Is it because they were triggered in a fight? I think it is. I think I have to re-up that, maybe. That's a shame. But not the end of the world. Let's grab the science, and then... They're just going to keep fighting it. Maybe this is a silly plan. Although, I mean... we can really farm them here. It's not what I really want to be doing, though. I'll stick with it for now. Oh, well, please, I second that. Oh, it's also really nice to get feedback like this, actually, so thank you. Burn their outpost down! Hey, Hoff, nice to see you as well! Okay, good. Leave no survivors. It is fitting with the challenge as well, I guess. Alright, let's do it. Yes, boss. Bring all the dudes around the outside, and stab it like that, and we're away. Neat. Okay, so, we're back. We're here. We've got one more turn. And we burn it to the ground! Take that, you fools! And we get our growth star too. Neat. Alright. Oh, man, and someone else wants a piece of me! A popular boy on the internet today. Jeez. I don't know what to do with myself. Ben! Holy cow! Doing Spice Wars as well? Yeah, Dune, Spice Wars. Pete, I saw your emails. You're absolutely right. We've got a long list, don't we? Ben, thank you for gifting 5 subscriptions. Woo-wee! I wonder who they'll roll through to. I have no power over it. Thank you so much, Ben. And yes, Huck, you're right, I will. Although the JumboPixel should automatically get that sent to them. Now as well. I also added it to be auto-sent. I'm not sure if it gets auto-sent to the gifted ones or not, but if you sign up as a JumboPixel, you will automatically get a Discord link sent to you through YouTube. It's like one of the perks of the YouTube membership, quote unquote. So it's like listed on the perks page or what have you. So you should be able to find it there if you're a JumboPixel. So there we go. All right. Any build in mind today? Not quite yet. I'm gonna sort of play it by ear just a little bit. And Cerubio, thank you for being a JumboPixel for 8 months as well, by the way. Another 5 gifted subs. They come through in the chat when they're gifted. I wonder, like, it looks like they haven't quite come through yet. They haven't come through on the back end either, so we'll wait for those to come through and shout those people out when they do. Have we lost any cultures? Yes, we've lost a lot, actually. So for this first era, I'm thinking either Joe. Well, maybe the Mycenaeans or the Egyptians. And I was going to say also a foodie culture, and it looks like my foodie culture is going to be the Olmecs, which is hilarious and surely fitting with chat. So I guess I'll allow it. Holy cow, we've got 77 people watching at the moment! Yeesh! It must be all those gifts. Thank you, everybody. And we're nearly at 50 likes as well on the YouTube stream, which is insane. Thank you and welcome in. Jeez, I really didn't think we'd get this many people even tuning in today. Olmec gang? Oh boy. Will it be... Okay, look, you know what? I want to leave that long-running poll. So just type in your suggestions. I am going to take the helm, though, as sort of overlord today, because this is an important challenge. Got to a live stream for once. Welcome, Raphael and Jesus. Okay, let's have a look at our mountains, and that's how I'll decide between Joe and the Olmecs. I might leave the Mycenaeans off because I feel like they've been nerfed or tampered with a little bit recently, maybe. And then we have the Egyptians as a really solid backup as well. What do my mountains look like? So we could relocate there and have 2. Relocate there and have 2. So we have reasonable mountain range coverage. Yeah, it's good enough. 2 dudes down here. I think we separate these guys. It's a little bit risky, but you gotta risk it for the biscuit, you know? And we'll put one on auto explore so that I don't have to manually click everything every time. Neat. There's 15 food out of that. That's a good find. You auto explored. Really? That's how we're gonna do this? Okay, well, you know, some of us are gifted with minds, and some of us are that guy. Hey, Daniel Loader, welcome to the Mini Pixels. Welcome, and here go the gifted ones as well. Brian and Raphael. Welcome, gifted memberships from Ben Omby. That is fantastic. So many new members today. We've had 11 new members. That's awesome. And we're over that 50 mark. Holy cow. Okay. I'm definitely going to want to separate these units up at least a little bit, because that way they'll be able to like refill and replenish themselves. Although, oh my god. That's a lot of firepower coming out that way. Okay, looks like we're going to have to keep these units together, actually. What is this Neolithic era battle, everybody? Have you ever seen a Neolithic era full of so much conflict? My god. That's ridiculous, really. Oh, jeez, and we got another guy down here. Love having a streamer in my time zone. Oh, yeah. Yeah, shout out to all the Australasians. Rob B. also gifted a membership. Welcome, Rob. Huck, your $250, by the way, is only like 1/3 of the way through its dono countdown timer. I love that. That's so good. I wish I could just pin it there forever. As bragging rights. A Neolithic battle truly first. Yeah, although they cowered it out, Pete, so we missed out. We could get Swift and hunt them down. We could grab the 10, or we could get Ferocious. Swift is actually really useful, and I think it's more useful than 10. You might lean towards this because you think, oh, you know, I want to settle outposts or whatever, but if we grab this, we can find more discoveries and get more units and then get more of this. The combat strength is also kind of tempting, but I think Deer is absolutely the best one here. So that we can get out and find stuff. Now, we'll particularly be able to do it if we're not fighting World War -2000 over here. We'll be able to separate these units and go and have some fun, right? So, Knowledge Star. Boom. Fantastic. Let's get the Astronomy Legacy trait, and I'm ready to move through to the next era now. However, it would be nice to get a little bit more... Yeah, okay, D's nuts. That's good. That's good. We'll pillage that for another 5 food as well. Send 2 units up this way together, just in case there are evildoers afoot. I didn't get the Hunter Star. Do I care about that? Not especially, but we could hunt this mammoth. The mammoths are actually brilliant sources of food and influence, so we'll be able to place down some outposts or something as well. Let's defend for 1 round, just so that we can bait this big woolly boy into stabbing us just this once. And then we'll come up here with our promoted unit and start to deal to it the old-fashioned... Well, I don't know about that. I think we'll hide in this forest. Okay, we actually need high ground. I think I'll just stall this out. Will I? Yeah, I'll just stall this out. I didn't quite realize I was going to take that much damage in return. Ah, it seems to get progressively weaker, though. Now look how much it's taking. That's good. I think we'll be able to beat that, actually. We won't join that ongoing war, though. I want to head down here and have a look at the science and stuff. So, let's go. Not a lot in the way of luxuries, but apart from that, we should be okay. I should also probably scout this area while I have the opportunity to do so. So, let's do that. Extra unit here. Let's... Ooh! Yeesh! They've already got some new units that I don't have, so we need to move through to the next era. Maybe I do it now. Oh, I'd love to fight one more mammoth, though. Should I be greedy and wait one more turn? I've only got one time rewind. Oh, shoot. Okay, and we've lost... we lost Joe. So now I'm deciding literally just between the Olmecs and the Egyptians at this point, I think. The Assyrians could be fun as well. The Egyptians would be a very good start, wouldn't they? I should probably take that. Yeah. I should probably grab those while I still can. Oh, Pete! Thank you, that's so kind. Theodora, welcome as well. Okay. The fighting system in Humankind is much better than Civ. I agree. I do prefer it. Yeah. It's much more advanced. The Hittites as well shouldn't be slept on these days. Huh? Jeez. I'm going to risk it and move through one more turn. We can move our way around to this one high ground tile. Although we may not be able to use it. Let's defend for another round. Get the weaker but promoted unit up onto the high ground and then try and bait this bad boy to this tile. And to stick. Now with the added buff of the high ground, it will be just enough to keep this unit alive and tip that into our favor. Very good. There's 20 food and 20 influence, which is enough to place down another outpost. Which I probably should and will do. Question is really now a question of where. Let's have a look. Extra unit. Ha. Okay, so it's not going to be there. This is a hotly contested zone. Holy cow. This is going to be a fun one either way. I'm sticking with it. And I may not actually even be placing my outpost this turn. I am not. That's fine. Down here we're in a little bit of trouble though. Oh crap, we are in a lot of trouble actually. Unfortunately these two units have been pinned into one tile. They're going down. Yeah, unfortunately there's nothing that can be done about that. Wonder if this guy will be able to get a retreat off though. Yeah, so we might be able to save one in this madness. I'm going to have to click this one immediately next turn. Still got the Egyptians and the Olmecs. Some question around whether I should hang around in the Neolithic for a bit longer. I'm being outclassed a little bit by my neighbors, and I don't want to miss out. But you're right, there are still some good science goodies and stuff around, aren't there? Alright, let's hang around again. Crap. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do here because it is a dead end. So, I just got to insta-resolve and take the L. Rip to those dudes! We could fight another mammoth, or we could hoover up all of this. And I think I'll go for the hoover option. Although, actually, it's not particularly easy. I'm going to need at least 2 units here, I think. I think these guys should stay in groups of 2 as much as possible. And you know what? I'm going to ditch that extra science, and we are going to move through the next era. I think now's the time. I'm going to grab the Egyptians so that I can get bolstered off with a nice industrial start, and let's begin. Turn 18. I'm a little bit worried about the people around me. That's why I've decided to move through now rather than wait too much longer. Although we can squeeze through here and grab 5 food, so that's entirely pointless. And I'm going to head up north with these two lads as well. Daniel, thank you so much for the $5 New Zealand dollar super chat. Daniel says, welcome back. Please name your first city Wellington. And I'm sad that we missed Joe. It will not be my first city. You may see a whomper of a super chat up the top there from Huck. I think I'll probably have to give Huck first city naming rights. But I will absolutely add it to a list, and I'm probably going to need a list because if this challenge goes well, I'm going to end up with a lot of cities. So thank you so much for your generous super chat, and you bet your backside will get us a Wellington. I don't know if it'll be geographically accurate though, because it looks like this map is just a big mess. Although, hey look, maybe we make it this one because you mentioned Joe, and we lost Joe to maybe the future Wellingtonians down here. Ziggy's birthday today. Happy birthday, Ziggy! You're a good dog. No population in this place, and no population in this place makes for a fairly sad jumbo. We could relocate for a whomping +8 extra industry. But we'd pay the price a little bit in terms of food. This one, I think, has maybe a better relocation. Marginally better. So that's a 418. This is a 716.
It is not just a
I'm going to make this the city.
It
Shall
is
we
more
turn it into a cake
protection
immediately?
And praise the gods, a bit of privacy.
Yes. I love it. Amplitude, you're brilliant. Okay. Pyramid online first or influence? Probably influence first. Then we'll shoot for the pyramid. And this thing, do I want to relocate it for 8 extra industry at the cost of some food? I think the answer is yes. Give it to me. Fantastic. And let's go and explore. See what we can find. Early technologies. Domestication for the horses, and then calendar for the horses. Carpentry for the archers, and then bronze working. Neat. That's going to be my early build. Probably won't need to go back and change that. Fairly solid. Do I want to get rid of any of my units and chuck them in as people in Memphis at this early stage? How fast is it growing? 4 turns. The answer is yes. Although, before we do that, let's get them in here and see if we can take down this mammoth first. Because we'll be able to deploy on high ground. And that should give us... Yeah. We'll be able to fight this. And then get rid of a weaker unit, right? And then make 20 bucks out of them first. How's that for min-maxing? I like that a lot. Should I do this? Yes. Should I do it with both of them? Let's do it with both of... Whoa. Nah, we're a little short. I'll keep this guy out. 1 population on Memphis is probably good enough for the time being. The early attach is also a really good idea, so maybe we save up for that. Maybe, baby. 10 bucks? Yeah, I think exploration is more valuable. So let's go see what we can find. I'm looking for natural wonders. That would be really nice. More rivers, because I'm playing as the Egyptians, so food is a little bit hard to come by. So maybe we look for like a general direction to sort of spread the wonderful empire that we're going to create
It can only
toward.
be an advantage to have a neighbor as smart as you are.
22 bucks for pillaging that sanctuary, so we'll grab that, I think. And let's start some early trade with our neighbor, just to keep them on our good side, you know? And then we'll strike. So many birthdays! I see so much cake in the chat. For my birthday. Pete, get out of town. Happy birthday! Amplitude turning the city centers into cakes. Oh, man. Oh, Pete. Happy birthday to you, too. Yeesh. It is that very birthday time of year that we're moving into, actually. That's so cool. Oh, well, look at that, Pete. There you go. Take a slice. Ziggy, Pete, everybody, take a slice. Fantastic. Man. Yeah, man. Like, I remember doing a stream on my birthday it was like 10 months ago now. Where did that time go? Oh, man, speaking of where did that time go? Octopus, a member for 13 months. Look at that red on your member icon. It perfectly matches my empire. The Empire of Blood. Happy birthday to Ziggy and Pete Dog. Likes please, y'all, says Octopus, who's been a mini pixel for 13 months through it all. Amazing. Yeah, well, you did the maths, Ben. I did it too. New Year's and Valentine's Day, right? August is 0 plus 9. Yeah, I'm on to you. Okay, look, anyway, moving swiftly along. Let's go have a nose at Haojing. We can't, we'll have to declare war. Okay, we'll move around the outside, and see what we can scope out. We got 22 bucks out of that sanctuary, which is nice. I don't know why those animals were hoarding gold coins, but I'll take it. We'll jump onto that river. We've got a deal waiting from, who's this? KM6, trade luxuries. Sure. We can betray that at any point, so, you know, may as well. Early attach, probably a really good idea. I could relocate this turn and then attach next, but nope. I think we'll just go om nom nom and hoover that up. I'll use my money to get the pottery workshop done and out the road. We'll turn this into a birthday cake as well, because we're going to need one for Ziggy. And then we'll get some more pyramids down. And this place is starting to shape up and actually look quite decent. Yeah. Feeling good. Okay. Toying with the idea of separating these units up. I'm not going to. Because I fear that they could be quite weak for what they're about to run into. Although we might pillage some money out of the sanctuary, because 22 bucks is actually still quite useful for me at this stage. $22 dues. Can I fight this bear? You've got no idea. Yep. Yeah, fine. We'll just sit here. I think we beat it, right? Yeah. The rewards aren't super good. 10 gold. Like, is 10 gold worth all of that health? I'd argue maybe not, but I'll do it because it challenged me, and who am I to say no to a challenge? This territory could be quite a good third grab. So let's eye up settling this and sort of stabbing our way down into Haojing. A somewhat aggressive move. We need 74 influence because I haven't got my early civics online. Hello. That's good timing. Let's take the +5 influence on the main plaza, I think.
Why was this even a question?
Yep. That'll get our influence generation up nicely, and we'll be able to start grabbing these outposts like a proper human being. And I'll move past this deer because it's peaceful. So obviously I'm not going to fight it and get 10 bucks out of its pockets. And I think we might bring this unit back this way to reinforce this area, because it could be a little bit weak. I saw that Resident Evil series, which I'm a little prone to being a little jump scary. So personally, I'm inclined to stay away from it. However, I looked at it and thought that that has a good chance of being, generally speaking, maybe good quality viewing. So maybe I should give it a go. If Huck recommended it, then it's bound to be quality. So at the very least, I should watch the first episode and give up on it 3 times, like we did with Game of Thrones, right? The best place to settle is probably either going to be on this river or up in these hills. So I'll try and position myself somewhere fairly neutral.
A proposal for you.
You are as a first visible mark of this new culture. I hope the style is pleasing, and it will be around for as long as the city lasts.
This one doesn't really matter because it doesn't really do anything, although we could use it to get our stability back and lose our science, which I won't do. So let's go for privilege, because it's a privilege to be here with you. Aww. I don't have my sound effects today, I'm sorry. they'll be back. I just didn't quite have time to set them up before the stream this morning, unfortunately.
Things change.
But they're there and they're ready.
And empires. I have a
More
proposal
action-based?
for you.
Okay, well that's a relief. That's a relief. And thank you so much to the 69 live viewers and the 68 likes on YouTube, plus 13 viewers over on Twitch, has us in a very nice looking spot for a welcome back stream, and it's actually been a stupidly kind one as well, so thank you so much. I'm honestly shooketh. I'm shooketh and shaking. Speak of the devil! Ben Omby with a very Dragon Ball Z looking super chat on desktop, if I might add, and a very generous $20 super chat. Says Egyptians are my favorite, and I see a Memphis. We should definitely worship Huck Sugar, and that we should. Huck, what would you like Memphis to be called? If you could at JumboPixel and give me the city name, I am all over it. No pressure, but it's a $250 name. You are so kind. Holy, you are so kind. Like, it's insane. Yeah, get your thinking cap on. And then we'll get a Memphis, and we also want a Wellington, and also Dusk. I'm looking for a name out of you. And Daniel, you gave me Wellington, so I've got a name out of you. We'll also need one from at least Aaron for gifting the 5 memberships, and Mortish as well. I think I owe you one too, right? I'm gonna need to get some more cities, and it's gonna start down here. So I'll pillage the sanctuary so that we can fund more upgrades. And then I think we'll just kind of slot over this way. Hey, Q, nice to see ya. And yes, yep, live on Twitch as well. Byron, absolutely. Pakistan, oh, I love it. Consider it done, and they should like me to change it. Pakistan, though, Huckers. Fantastic. Pakistan. I love it. All right, our capital has been founded with a glorious crown. Let's go. It's going to need a little bit of food, but at 3 food per, it's probably a waste of time. I should wait until I get the horses for my food. So let's get more industrial districts there. Looking to settle this place, please. Let's grab legitimacy to do that. Minus 50% create outpost cost. We'll have enough
right and wrong.
influence to be able to do that,
mention
surely.
yours and
37.
mine.
Okay, next turn. Where is it going to be? It's probably going to be actually back down toward the river. Yeah, and I can't step onto it this turn. So in that case, I'll try and settle it maybe here and connect to these tiles, grab the sciencey one, some raised up ones. It's probably going to be good enough. Probably. Loads of probablys. Thank you again, Ben, for a very generous $20 super chat. We're gonna bid for something here. Didn't think they'd be left. Off to a good start. Yeah, I didn't think they'd be left either. Actually, it's a very good point. Maybe with the most recent update. The Curiosity Battalion. I love it. Thank you. A wonderful suggestion. Battalion. There we go. The Curiosity Battalion. Hopefully they make it. Let's do that to them and pillage that bad boy. Fantastic. And then turn off this hex grid because the beauty of Humankind should not be masked behind said grid. And let's jump down onto this river, I guess, because we'll probably look to grab that one next. Oh. Hold on. It does partly belong to someone else already. But that hasn't stopped me in the past, so let's see. We'll see how we go. 717 or 614. It's probably better to just grab this 416 up here, right? Because I can place it down this turn rather than waiting another turn. So it can be built a turn earlier. I could relocate if I wanted to down the line, but I absolutely don't have to because that's probably good enough for me. And it's a slightly higher position too, so we can defend these rivers much more handily. Let's insta-resolve that fight because I'm not going to manually do that. I am going to, though, thank Maximum Overdrive for a maximally generous $10 super chat. Maximum says, just binge watch a ton of my Civ 5 videos and applied my tips to daily in your first game. First legit deity win. Thanks for being the only active Civ 5 YouTuber. Sad it took so long to find your channel. Oh, that really warms my heart. Regular viewers of the channel will know I love Civilization 5. It is still probably my favorite Civ game, although I love Civ 6 as well. I just find them to be slightly different experiences. And Civ 5 delivers, I find, a closer experience to Humankind in many ways, which I prefer. And I do still love it. I don't get to play it an awful lot, of course. But man alive, I love it. But the thing that really makes me happy is when people like you, Maximum, turn up and say, I found your content, I still found it useful, it's still brilliantly helpful for me, and it helped me achieve my goals. Like, that's just so good. Because the idea behind making that kind of content for me was and always is that it should be long-serving, right? Like, you should be able to find it in a few years' time, and it should still be useful for a game that isn't changing. Civ 5 is fairly well established, of course, at this point. And so that's so cool. I'm really glad to hear it. Thanks for your generosity as well. That's, yeah, really kind. Should be Munich. I like it. I like it. Let's do it. My favorite genre is non-fiction, and I don't read fiction, Octopus. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't love stories. I love storytelling. But for whatever reason, I just cannot read fiction. Actually, I do actually know the reason. It's because I have a blind mind's eye. So when you think of something, you'll be able to describe it, and so can I. But when you think of something, you may also be able to, like, picture it in your head. You'll actually be able to see what it looks like. Maybe it'll be in a little bit of detail. Maybe it'll be in a lot of detail. I see things in almost no detail. And I think that's why I don't really enjoy reading fiction. So, sorry, kind of a lame, boring answer, but it's the truth. It's the truth. I just can't read it. I will always gravitate to watching the film instead. It's not because I don't love the written word. I like writing, and I like reading and speaking and all of those things. But unfortunately, I just cannot read nonfiction. And it turns out, and it took me about 20-something years of my life to realize, it was because I just didn't see things in my head and everybody else did. So there you go. It's kind of a fun story in some ways, I think. Because maybe also someone out there will be watching this and maybe realize that they're the same. Which would be kind of funny. Hey, Doc! Thank you so much. It's good to be back. Good to be back. If I were to read for pleasure, it would be non-fiction, and it would be to do with, broadly speaking, geography, history, or politics. Yeah. Those three things. Go figure, right? Humankind. I don't play these cards very close to my chest. That's the one, Tink.
So,
that's the
do
one.
you view
Allegedly.
each other as friend or foe?
Allegedly.
It's time to unravel the diplomat's
But yeah,
dilemma.
I mean, I think so. I tick all the boxes. A blind mind's eye. Kind of neat. Kind of funky. Kind of lame. It makes me horrendously bad at, like, trying to picture what something might look like in a room. Like, I end up moving things around like every second week because because it's fun, and because I don't because I have to, like, move it, and I'm like, what did it look like over there again? I should have really taken a picture. It would have lasted longer. Okay, let's keep exploring. I'm feeling quite good about this, but I feel like maybe I'm expanding slightly too slow, or I probably need to get a second city online fairly quick smart as well. So let's find a second territory to connect this to. And I reckon it'll be this one. So let's snake this unit up this way to grab it. I think we can beat that. Yeah. Dang straight we can. Yes, I will be, I absolutely intend to play Victoria 3, someone over there. Yeah, totally. I like those more complicated games. They're a little bit more difficult to stream because I have a difficulty streaming and talking at the same time if I'm really having to focus on all the little details. But yeah, I'd love to cover it because I love that genre and I love the work that Paradox do as well. They're fantastic. And some of my most played titles are Paradox games. In fact,
There is some merit
probably
in
like
this.
half of them are, I would say. Hey, and also, the person who followed just before, you were the 1300th follower on Twitch. So thanks for that. That's pretty cool. Firan. Should we trade luxuries with Huck? The Bantu? Oh, we're bound to accept that deal. We have to. It's Huck.
And now you've met the Mycenaeans. Let's hope relations go well. Their forts are
Such
rather
an interesting answer?
formidable.
I hope so. 50-50 fiction, non-fiction. Oh, cool. I'm glad. I love a fellow non-fiction reader. A lot of people over my life, and rightly so, by the way. This is not a, oh, I'm so hard done by. Will say, oh, that's boring. I'll be like, what do you read? I'll be like, well, actually, I read things that are real only. And they'll look at me like, you nerd. Which is fair. Of course. Because, hello, here we are. So, you know, like, fair play. Fair play to you. But it's always nice to find someone who also likes to read a non-fiction book. Hey, Scott! Nice to see you in chat too! I hope you're doing well across the ditch there, my friend. I hope you're doing well. It must be actually a reasonable time in Australia as well, because if it's 10 a.m. here... Oh, no, it's not, is it? It's like 7 in the morning for you. Well, a very good morning to you. Picture morning song playing in the background as the Australian birds tweet in the trees. Although they're like emus or something, right? They're like, ah, or whatever an emu sounds like. No, I'm just kidding. You have wonderful birds. You do. It's not quite as good as New Zealand's. All right, moving swiftly along. Let us... Shots fired. I couldn't resist. We have a very love-hate relationship, the New Zealand and Australians, but you are my favorite Australian. 37 more subscribers on Twitch for 1137. No, there's only 18 subscribers on Twitch. We're going to need a lot more than 37. We have way more members than we do subscribers, which is really cool. Oh, Cerubio! Cerubio just gifted 5 more of them as well. We've had 17 new members today. This is nearly a record. Our record was on, I think it might have been the birthday stream. Oh no, actually don't quote me on that. I think the record is like 21 or something, which means we've probably hit it. If not, like renewing ones will hit it. Perhaps. That's so cool. Cerubio, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Let me know when they roll through in the chat. They seem to take maybe 5 to 10 minutes, I want to say, to roll through. So let's see. I wonder if I should put the city on Lane Raiser. I'm going to do it. But take it off before it times out. And I'm also going to grab that. Holy cow. Look at this. And also a big thank you to everybody who messaged me while I was away or on a break or whatever as well. It was really nice to hear from people. So thank you if you did that. I appreciate it. It's so cool. And hopefully I replied and got to all of them, but I am notoriously a little bit bad at doing that, so sorry if I didn't. But I can beat your backside. I read them all at least 3 times through. And Scott, rich in friendship sugar. My goodness, he's rich in friendship today. Says, miss you, buddy. Bang on. Good morning, mate. Good morning, mate. He says, actually, or in my best Australian accent, good morning, mate. Which probably sounded exactly like my normal voice, I've just realised. Neat. Scott, thank you for a 30.99 Australian dollar super chat. I love the 99 cents on the end. It always warms my heart. Thank you, Scotty, for the generosity. You didn't have to do that. Make sure you treat yourself to something today as well. You should, because you've treated me and helped support the channel and helped support the community. So it's only fair that you treat yourself. And thank you so much for your generosity. Well, that's an interesting comment too, Pete. Completely relate. Don't visualize naturally when I read. Ah, fantastic. Relatable, yay. At least I'm not super odd. Always nice to find a friend. Watched your 5,000 subscriber stream. Excited when you reach that size on Twitch. Oh, that's so cool. I don't know if I will, you know. I don't know if Twitch will ever quite grow like that. I don't know if YouTube, you know, like growth is so unpredictable, of course, it's really hard to tell. So I wouldn't like to say. But I would love to. And you know, we'll keep at it and we'll see how we go. Challenging you for the sugar throne. Maybe I should upgrade that emoji to a throne. That's good. That's good. I like that symbolism. Yeah, we all saw. Because look, it's still got like over a third to go. That's fantastic. I love it. I love it. At times when reading fiction to place the characters. Yeah, it makes it incredibly difficult to place them because you hear it. Oh, actually, descriptions. Let's start with the descriptions, right? You hear a description, and when I read the words, say, red beanie, I know what a red beanie is, right? Like if I was in a store and you were like, what's that? I could look at a red beanie and obviously tell you it. And I could tell you, you know, a color's actually a bad thing because colors are hard to describe. Let's say a worn out beanie that's been dropped on the floor and fallen in a pile of mud. You might be able to picture that really well. I'm like, no. But anyway, it does make it frustrating to read fiction because you read it and you read those words and you know what that thing is, but you can't really like build a world around it. So it also, I find, makes it difficult for me at least to then remember it because I'm having to remember it as fact rather than remember it as image. And if you're reading through a fiction book, trying to memorize what the characters look like rather than sort of feel and perceive what they look like in your mind, I find it does two things. Firstly, it makes it difficult to keep up with almost anything. And secondly, it makes it difficult to enjoy because it's not very relaxing, as you can imagine. It's like studying for a test all the time is how I relate it to if I try and read fiction, which is why I'll always be a basic movie. Well, while I was rambling, Huck, are you sure you should do that? I'm not telling you off. I'm not putting my dad pants on right now. But oh my god, that is just insane. That is like literally nearly a week. Well, that is like a good portion of a week's rent. That is nuts, Huck. Once it's converted into New Zealand dollars. Thank you so much. I wish I had my sound effects. I need like a nuke sound effect for that, actually. Somebody get on that. Oh my god. Huck with a... And you might want to sit down for this, everybody. I'm glad I don't have the standing desk in standing position, or you would have heard me fall over. Huck with a $150 super chat says Jumbo needs to pay the rent. He hasn't gotten that sweet ad rev. It's true. It's amazing how quickly things fall off. Like, not that ad rev was ever super high, but it was always, you know, like a few $100s a week in full transparency that I could count on to back me up. And geez, like YouTube just drops you like a sack of spuds. Although not as bad as I thought it would have been as well, actually, to be fair. I was also at the same time pleasantly surprised by just how well the channel had held up. Like, I think that a lot of the algorithm things are slightly unfounded, or at least, you know, partially unfounded for me. So thanks again, Huck. That is just insane, and you're incredible, and I just can't believe it, and thank you enough. And I also hope that you found that Aphantasia story fascinating. It sounds like a lot of people do. So I'm happy to talk more about it if it is fascinating. But holy crap, I need to look back at this game because, my god. I just can't believe that generosity, though. Seriously, Huck, you will have made this like a record-breaking stream. It'll be more than the birthday stream, which I don't deserve, but I'm so thankful for it. I am. Like, seriously, I am. And I'm so grateful for it. I don't expect it though. Please always make sure that you take care of yourself before you reach out to take care of me or anyone else for that matter. You are always the most important person in your life, and you always have to take care of yourself. So get that printed out on a canvas and stick it up in your kitchen next to your live, laugh, love poster or whatever. Because I'm just full of motivational advice today, apparently. I saw a really funny post on Reddit where people had taken those ones from their kitchen and put it into the toilet. If you take sayings from the kitchen that have maybe things to do with like eat or enjoy or things like that, and you put them in the toilet, it makes for some really hilarious product placement. So there you go. What the where's my bleep? Where's my bleep? Scott. Not to be outdone, but also the same advice goes to you. Please take care of yourself. Please don't. I love you and I'm so grateful. Thank you for supporting the channel. You've just made it a record-breaking stream. Scott for the 159 Australian dollar super chat says, no one will take my sugar throne. That is a $159 message. Dude. Oh, Scott. Stop. Holy cow. Thank you, Huck and Scott. We're going to get a double throne, okay? It's going to be like a two-seater couch. It's a two-seater throne. Picture that throne, the Jarl of Balgruuf throne from Skyrim, and then make it a two-seater, and then put both Huck from and Scott there, and we'll combine this sort of Oklahoma Australian accent and create the ultimate ruler and leader. And here is a natural wonder to found in your honor as well. So let's grab that. And I'm going to need some more cities too. So, hello, 160 influence. Where are you? Let's get these people producing food, because food is something I don't do very well. And I'm also going to take this place off builder mode now so that we can start to get our science online. I will train a unit even though we're low on pop, will I? No, I won't. We're still slightly too low. Let's get infrastructure et al. On the road. And horses are established now. Their infrastructure will be providing us food. We are now really just waiting on a bit of an influence bottleneck, actually, to get the rest of this online. Let's send this unit up this way to plot out what's up there. And thank Mortish for 4 months, a channel member. I hope you also look out for yourself first. Oh my goodness, the bots. Nice catch, Ben. Welcome back, bots. $159 and an ironic 99 cents. Thank you again. We've not seen so much red at the top of the chat, and it's insane. But as I was saying before, it makes me really happy that it stays there for a long time, because then we get to see your wonderful faces for a really long time. Thank you. And there was also a couple of chats that I missed while I was broken. You can't recognize faces. Ah, interesting. I've heard of that one as well, but I didn't know the word for it. And I won't try and pronounce it. More than a week for me in Christchurch? Yeah, I should move to Westport and then I can like live for like a year, am I right? Oh, it feels bad though, actually. That region's been hit by some really awful weather, so thinking of you guys. Because it's just again and again and again and again, it feels. Which I know actually is not a dissimilar story to loads of places.
Off we go.
Oh, and also to any German viewers out there, I know there are a few, in chat right now, keep warm in winter. I saw some horrific statistics about power prices in Germany just going like 5x or something through the roof, so stay toasty. Although I know you don't need to worry about staying toasty right now because it's not winter for most of you. Okay. Not quite ready for the city. At 20 influence a turn, it's a little bit slow, but I have to remind myself that I'm playing on normal speed, so I should expect that. Let's eye up this city-state as a future prospect and get maybe the archer after the lumberyard is done. Because we're going to need a few units if we want to do that. These guys will be a little bit outclassed, so we might try and bring them back and swap them for more powerful units. So let's bring them back into friendly territory and transfer them into the city and then train archers or something like that in their place. We'll eye up this place because it's got a couple of luxuries. Oh, they're going to charge out after me, aren't they? Okay, let's not do that. Let's not do that. We're going to need to build a professional army. It's too late to be using our scouts in this way, I think. We've met a whole load of people, which is fantastic. And...
What can I do for you?
Oops.
How you doing, friend?
What I want to do maybe is reach to...
Greetings from me and my people.
Our yield is not great. The second city should alleviate that issue, though. So let's just blitz through a few turns, right? We'll bounce our way through these. Try and get this unit back up. Fuck. Jeez. I will just start screaming all kinds of obscenities. Almost done. Oh, Cerubio. My Puerto Rican sugar papa! Your words, not mine. Although I did swap daddy for papa because I don't like to say the word daddy out loud, and I've said daddy 3 times. Don't isolate that audio. Thank you, Cerubio, with a $100 joining the Red Super Chat gang. Jeez. Cerubio with a $100 Super Chat says, Puerto Rican sugar daddy feels left out. Oh, you need not. You need not. And now you also are not in more than one way. You definitely weren't left out, but holy cow. You already know that I love this channel and the family that comes with the love. Cheers. Dude. Sir. My king. The sugar super chat emojis flowing through chat are absolutely right. That is just nuts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Particularly, as I was saying earlier, after being away on a break, I appreciate everyone even just like tuning in and chatting. It means a lot. Like, it really does mean a lot. So thanks to everybody for being here. That goes out to everybody, of course. And I am off my stew. You're a broke writer. I feel you. Although I'm not a writer. However, thank you for 11 months, a mini pixel, 500 fake bucks. Honestly, you do so much for the channel. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You could be coming here and stealing 500 fake bucks from me, and I'd still appreciate you. So thank you. Oh. Let's get Faith on the main plaza because we're going to go for a main plaza heavy start. We're going to buy one and then we're going to... Hello, beautiful. We're going to steal that one over there. I'm going to buy an archer and and then build a warrior. That way we'll have 2 units to move fast and we should be able to grab that. I'm slightly behind where I'd like to be, but it's not terrible. And we'll overlook that, I think. Neat. Okay. City online next turn, and we try and fight that one next turn as well. So the war stick, you're absolutely right, is coming out. We're going to refuse open borders because we don't want them to have passage up through here. We're doing a nice job at ring fencing them in down south. We're going to keep it that way. Any of these benefit from a relocation? Do a quick check. No. No. And yes. Although not a very defendable spot. I don't like that. I'm going to stay where I am. I'm actually toying with moving uphill a bit. But the yield takes a huge dive. I could sacrifice 4 industry in the long run, though, probably. No. Nah, we'll leave it. We'll just build districts up there. That's the plan. And I think we'll continue with a logical expansion. And nestle ourselves into these hills. When did he add this emote? The Stupip? Oh, the Stupip's been around for a little while. There is a funny story behind that one. No clue why this says 7 months, but here's dollars. It's 11 months, thankfully, in the alert. It does seem to be like weirdly bugged though, isn't it? I think while you're typing in your message, it's bugged. But then when it comes out, it's like, here's the actual amount. And we all know that you've been here for much longer than 7 months, Thank you for 11 months of Mini Pixel. I love the Mini Pixels. Make that sciencey administrative center with that old geezer nearby. That's a good call, Ben. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Okay, let's quickly run to Lulu Barn. Let's get this city online. Could some kind soul in chat please remind me, I just spent my influence without thinking, didn't I? Oh crap. Do I want to use my magical time rewind on that? No, I don't. I'm just gonna live with that.
Are you interested?
It may not be the end of the world, because it could work out. It could turn out in my favor if that territory ends up being hot property in some way, shape, or form. However, do I regret it? Absolutely. I deeply regret settling that. Make no mistake. I would like to settle this one though, because it's got this wonder. The Atacama Desert, +5 science on research quarter and +1 influence on research quarter as well. That is neat. When's my PAX Oz announcement? You know what's funny, Scott? They actually did give me a pass. I really didn't expect them to, but I got an email. I still half suspect it's spam, but I applied. They actually did give me a pass. But I just don't think... It's like October. It's like 2 months away, and I don't have anything like booked. It would be... I don't think it would be a very good idea for me to go, but... But yeah, they did. So if they gave me one this year, then I guess they'll give me, maybe I can get one again next year, and I might be in a better like spot to do it. I don't know. But I did get an email, and it did offer me a pass to go to PAX Australia, which was so kind. So yeah, it does exist. But well, Scott, you pulled some strings, and it must have worked, because they did actually accept my application. But a last minute trip to Australia, I don't know. No, I did not. No. I just don't think it would. I just don't think it will work for me. Like, I think it's just kind of too late to notice, you know. Okay, now I'm stuck saving up this influence again. How can I get some? If I take the city, it's going to put me in an even worse position. But obviously I need to take it. So let's get maybe another archer, actually. Because it's going to take me a couple of turns to get over there. So I'll grab another archer. We'll retreat away from this as fast as we can. I've got loads of units, so I'm going to need more than just one more archer. Unless they're not defending and they've gone to explore instead. Could get lucky. Let's start cycling through these units and training archers in their place. Get some. Oh, no. You're meant to be friends. Stop running away from each other. Okay, very good. And then to stop me from placing any more outposts, I'm going to bring this unit back and get rid of them and then replace them as an army. And then we're going to go out and stomp some people. Because that is the way. Unfortunately, that unit wasn't able to make it back. However, in good news, we've discovered there's actually 2 cities up here. Maybe I don't need to build a second one at all. Let's go have a look. Worst comes to worst, we retreat. And then we run back here and hide in Hakistan. And it's all good! But for now, I think we keep building. We do need some stability, and I'd also like to support my religion, right? So let's try and place this down. All these tiles are garbage. I'll just place it down here, I guess. It's fine. And look at this. Happy birthday, Pete. Let's trade with you. But unfortunately, by literally nothing, because I'm dirt poor. Deep regrets. I'm probably going to lose this, so let's get out of here. We'll come back and take it later if we can. In fact, I might just put that unit on auto-explore. They can find some stuff and plot out the rest of that map. They're never going to make it back here to safety, that's for sure, so we can leave them off. Stop making excuses. I'll swim over and drag you here. No, you can't do that. I can't swim. I drown on the way home, Scotty. I drown on the way home. It'd be disaster. Speaking of disaster, that's going to be a disaster. There'll be another 2 units probably, so we're looking at a 5v5. 5v3, rather. That's a no bueno. We need all the people on food, and we're still starving, so let's get some more foodie districts. How much is this providing me? 8 food. So actually, that's really a good idea to just get now, right? So that we can grow a little bit faster. We've got plenty of industry. We're really bad at food, at money and science, though. Really dreadful. As you would expect, though, perhaps, with an Egyptian start. One more turn and we can get our second city online. That would be highly advisable, so let's do it. I might also chop down some... You wouldn't dare. Whoa, that's a bad spot. This archer's going to get destroyed. And I don't really know what to do about it, actually. Crap. I should not have taken this fight. Oh, it's another critical error. However, I might be able to make up for it now. Having only lost 1 archer in the process. Yep. Oh, no, that may be able to run through there. Oh, please do not destroy. Oh, no. I hate this. Okay. We can get that just to safety. Squeeze that up there. Fire down at that more mobile unit. And then squeeze this one in and punish it for its crimes. Okay, we just escaped with our tail between our legs there. That was a little bit dicey. I'm going to pay to... I'm just going to pay to heal that unit. Because I want them on the front line still sort of ready to move around and stop crap like this from going down, right? So we'll remove them from the front line. That's okay. That's the Akama Desert to the north, Ben, and it gives +5 science on research quarters and +1 influence. It is a beautiful,
impressive,
and very impressive
that makes
wonder
me want to pull out
from
my
the
toy blocks and go crazy.
default game, I want to say. Okay. Time to evolve a city. This one has 1 person. This one is growing much better, and it has better yield. So, hello! Who's next? Who's next? We do need a Bentfus. Let's get a Bentfus. Scott, I'm looking for a recommendation out of you now as well, because of course my Sugar King, you're going to need a spot up here. So Rubio as well. I'm going to need an at JumboPixel one that I can scroll back through. Missed you more, though. And yes, Daniel, Huck did describe it. Thank you, Huck. But the stupid emote came in when I stupidly built a very powerful and very expensive boat. From memory, I think, let's turn the city into a birthday cake. I think it was a nuclear submarine. And I built it in a lake. And it was literally a 1-tile lake. And it was just stuck there. And I spent like 20 turns building this thing. So excited to try it out from memory or thereabouts. And it was just stuck in a lake. And it was a submarine. So, of course, it couldn't just like fire its missiles over like this and bombard cities. No, it was just useless. Yep. Sugarville, fantastic. And Ben, thank you so much for gifting another 5 gifted memberships. I'm not sure if we've even seen the last ones come through, have we? I didn't see the names from the last 5 that were gifted earlier. I hope they're making their way through. YouTube may be struggling. It doesn't know this kind of generosity. It's not felt this before. Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Greetings to the Nubians. Now there's some good fortune. A neighbor who may be more interested in commerce than conflict.
Okay, Obelisk of the Gods nearly done. We've still got 5 people on food and we're really struggling to feed the people. So let's get another foodie district down. Right, a few of those online. I think we can wait on the walls. Obelisk, into the food. Looks good. Then we'll get the army. Leadership we will need for the city cap. However, there may be something better for now. I'm thinking either the minus 30% industry cost or the +1 combat strength. Because I'm going to be training a lot of units. I'm going to go conscripts, which is kind of spicy and one that I maybe wouldn't normally do.
It'll probably cause
But
a lot of
I like it. So let's do it. Also connect the copper. That'll be good for our crappy science.
Just be careful, fanatics.
Yeah, it's bad. It is so bad. Played it really found it underwhelming. I am working on a video for you, Lewis. Working on a somewhat longer form, probably like a 30-minute discussion piece around the changes in Humankind and how I've personally reflected on them, what I liked, what I didn't like, what they've still got to do. But in a nutshell, I would say it's at least worth a revisit because it's changed a tremendous amount. And in a good way. In a good way. Yeah. My general advice to someone like you at a really high level would be it's worth a revisit. Particularly if you've got something like Xbox Game Pass, maybe you could download the demo on Steam and revisit it. If you already own it and you didn't refund it because you were happy to keep it, then of course that won't be an issue. But there are plenty of ways to play Humankind for free as well, through the demo and through Game Pass for PC. So it's a fairly easy game to recommend to somebody to try again for me because there's really almost no risk. And the demo, while it's not full, you get, I think, about 80% of the cultures for the first either 2 or 3 eras from memory. So it gives you a good taster at the early game anyway. Yeah, oh, the modding, yes. I have a video, it's now a few months old. And there have been some great new ones, like one that was recently brought to my attention, which expands the events in the game. There's a fantastic Cultures of Nintendo mod that we played recently on stream, and I have another video that recommends 5 of some of my favorites. But yeah, the modding scene for this game is glorious. Absolutely. Some very talented people have done some very cool things. Right. What I'm tempted to do here is shift... No, that is garbage. But we will be able to build... we will be able to grow faster if we build some units. So I'm going to train 2 more, and we'll fill up this army, and we'll go and stomp down some Lulubans. Yes. I will stomp you. And then Bentfist will grab its second outpost, which is going to be this one down here. And I am actually going to shift it up here. I've changed my mind. I want it to be more defendable. We'll turn it into a birthday cake. Happy birthday, Ziggy and Pete. And grab another one of these Egyptian pyramids. Very good. Check the infrastructure here as well, right? 5 food, 2 food, 5 industry, 4 industry. Okay, so that one's probably... Those 2 are probably the best ones. Neat. We could go down and fight these guys, but... Oh, it could be good combat training. What are they? 18 strength, 17 strength. I'm on 19 and 17. It's a fairly close fight. I could win it with the advantage, but I'll just hold. We've got bigger fish to fry, right?
Excellent proposition.
We've got bigger fish to fry. As many mods as you can. Oh, brilliant. Then you'll really enjoy the some of the fantastic cross-pollinated work that's gone on with things like the VIP pack, the cultures pack adds something like 50 or 60 new cultures to the game. The VIP mod pack does a great job at overhauling the game as a whole. All of these, the naval expansion mod as well, and they all work together. You will like the mods. Your OG dono is finally about to expire. And how long has the stream been going? Nearly 2 hours. Wow. So I reckon those ones probably last 2 hours. That is fantastic. Also kind of a fun and slightly... I don't like doing those challenges that rely around donations. Like, it's why I'm really reluctant to do something like a subathon on Twitch. Because something in me doesn't feel comfortable about doing that. But I don't judge other people for it. Like, I'm not like, that's a bad thing to do. It makes sense, right? This is what you do, and it's... You need to support it, and it's a good way to support it, and if people are happy to do it, then it makes sense. Like, I understand it logically, but either way, it would be kind of a fun, like, I stream until the red goes away, and it just forces me to do this long stream, and if they keep up, then I'm like, okay, well, we have to change game. You know, it could be, like, a fun thing like that could be kind of funny. But again, I don't know. That premise I don't particularly like the sound of, because then it feels as though there's a paywall behind content, and I don't especially know how I feel about that. Okay. I need to get to 25,000 fame. Ruler Midas of the Greeks has already taken the Greeks. It's in the name. I'm not going to get to 25,000 fame if I ditch this era now. So I'm going to have to hang around for a bit longer. My expansionist star is done, which is nice. The rest of them are really failing. We're going to need to get our militarist stars, so I'm going to need to fight someone. So probably training units should be my numero uno priority at the moment. I'm going to get the maximum amount. And then we're going to loop this guy up here. And we're going to go to town. Once Memphis is done with its stuff, we'll help it along a little bit too. Bountiful on food, on cities is actually really nice. So let's collect those tithes. And perhaps these two take one more territory each. That one not connected? Ah, bummer, it's connected like that. Okay, I didn't really think that through. Although if we move to that wonder, which we probably will, it may not matter. So let's give Benfis or Hakistan or Benfis. Let's give the capital a third territory. There you go, Huck. Get another pyramid down next to that one. Could be worth bumping that up a little bit. And of course, we'll want to turn this into a birthday cake immediately. Make me stream for 20 hours, yeah. They last for 2 hours each. I would probably die. It probably wouldn't work. Olmec? Here come the Olmec fans. Yeah, training units helps my agrarian star. It's true. It's a very good way to help your agrarian star, isn't it? It's good to keep your population somewhat low and then spam them up. Which is, in some ways, what we're doing here. So let's grab that. Let's start marching up. I'm going to need organized warfare as somewhat of a priority. So let's have a look where that is. Do I really need a wheel right now? It does give me quite a nice unique unit. I'd need extra horses to train it. Then we're 9 turns away from organized warfare. I think organized warfare should take precedent there, really. It's so slow. Let's get some scientists. Like, I really think it needs to take precedent, so let's get scientists instead of other people. Now it's on 4 turns. That's quite good. I wonder if we can get it to 3. Not quite. Okay, alright. That's good, though, because that sped that up quite a bit. We can keep training units, keep the nerds in there doing their nerdy things. And go on to you, Immortal Sin! A 10-month JumboPixel Immortal Sin says, hey everyone, great to see you back, Jumbo. We all missed you while you're having a break. Hope all is well with you, mate. You know what? It's not too bad. I mean, this today is a fantastic day. Yeah, really thrilled to be back. Thank you. Thank you so much also for 10 months. That is a good number. It gives me a really good unit. Oh, it's not quite the same without the soundboard, is it? I need it. One more unit will give us 2 armies of 4, and then we'll have organized warfare in 3 turns, and they'll be able to actually assist each other. And then we will go on a city-taking ramp. Oh no! They took my Luluban! How dare you. Maybe we'll just take them down instead. I'm going to need an extra army if I want to do that. But I think that's totally fine. So let's place a warrior and an archer and an anti-cav and another warrior because they're cheap here in Benfis and get Benfis to work. Wonder if we can lighten up this load a bit. Yes, we can. Still 3 turns? Now it's 4 turns. So we need 1 scientist here, and then we'll put 3 people on growth so that we can support the population we're about to lose. We'll trade everything with the Phoenicians. And we should probably buy their coffee. Food per farmer.
We are blessed.
Dye will be really nice for us as well. But you know what? Cup of coffee sounds dang good to me. Let's grab it. Huck might want to give us something as well. No, it doesn't. Really doesn't.
Why are you here?
Well, he may. It's just that it's too expensive for me to afford. Probably it all is, because we're making literally 0 cash. So we'll shelf that for the time being. You consider sending a JumboPixel bug? Yes, I have. In fact, I've actually started work on that in the background. Hey, Gustavo and Fabian! Gifted memberships from Cerubio and Ben Ownby, respectively. Very cool to see. We're going to have so many members that people will turn up and think that something's wrong with them because their name isn't colored. Like the average viewer will turn up and be like, what's going on? It's amazing. Also, nice to see that you've just picked up Humankind at a great special as well, Martin. 33% off. Speaking of which, if anyone wants to pick it up, I have a link in the description where you can buy it through my partner link for the same price as Steam usually, and I get a 5% kickback, which is super kind. Once it crosses over the threshold. A shameless self-plug. But it is cool to see that you picked it up. Humankind is a great change of pace from Civilization 6. It's similar enough that it should be fairly easy for most experienced or semi-experienced players to play. But different enough that it completely changes how you might go about a game. It's more about the journey than the destination, perhaps. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I was going to say we should get up here and take this, which we should. So I'm just going to quickly pop that down and then cheat relocate it up there. Grab the wheel. Very good. And end the turn. Bought the game 2 days before. We got the partner link. Oh, bummer. That is so annoying. Yep. Oh, well. It's life, isn't it? I appreciate you thinking of me, though. God, did your red disappear? I can still see Scott's red. I can see it. I can still see your original one. But yeah, back to the mug thing. I have considered it, and I've actually started making progress on it as well. So, yes. I'm noticing some odd performance issues today. My setup has changed a little bit, although not incredibly, but I wonder, I might need to do some digging behind the scenes, because I'm just noticing, like, and it's nothing to do with Humankind, it's a me problem. I'm noticing a little bit of stuttering when I'm fully zoomed into the map. Okay, I've got the flag, so I'm going to manual this fight. This is quite the hefty one. We'll try and get away from their walls, because it's not really a spot I want to be. Although, actually, they've just got peasants there. So they suck. Well, I don't think they quite saw that coming. Oh, God. I need my warrior back. I should not have put that anti-cavalry unit there. They have a very specific case, and it's not this. Get out of there. What are you? A warrior? A fully healed warrior, no less! Neat. Let's send him in and make him pay. Whew. Try and maybe like squeeze up around. Get out of dodge. Just run everybody away. Keep some fodder at the front line to protect the archers. Who actually could step up to this, maybe. Nah, there's no need. We've got the flag. We're going to win the fight. If they want to step out from behind their walls, they're welcome to, but I feel no need to push that anymore, right? Zero a need. Although it has highlighted to me just how bad my unpromoted warriors are, so good to know. I guess. Thankfully, the archers just do absolute work, and we've got enough fodder to get in and kind of block the way. Very good. Very good. Military star earned. Heal you. And we'll also start to look at this now, because we're probably going to go to war here. So I'm going to break that treaty and maybe look to push that they attacked me. I'm going to demand. And then we'll leave those demands sitting there. Yes. John! Welcome, John! A membership for you! You got your shirt? Oh, fantastic! A shout out to Terentius. A huge shout out to Terentius for that. That is awesome. So glad to hear that, Scott. Jumbo's an amplitude thing. Just to remember how Zhong's real name. Yes, although I might have to make it Luluban or San Lorenzo instead, if because this one's fallen behind a bit. But yeah, we need a Rubalicious name. We need a Wellington. We need many a name. Lucky there's many a city to grab. I'm just going to really quickly take a slight break. We're at the 3-hour mark. Nearly, are we? No, 2.5. Sounds like a good time for me to grab a glass of water. It shouldn't be too long, but I will put you on the best Be Right Back screen in YouTube, and see you in a minute. Just go website, you fools. How many? We're at 78 likes. That is so good. I'm so happy with that. Thank you for bearing with me. There's another lovechat1.xyz best adult dating site. Don't go there, by the way. In case you haven't seen that before, we are joking. They are not great. They are terrible bots. Steer clear. And a nice catch by Huck Houston. Thank you, Huck. I am back. Let's carry on this probably conflict. The annoying thing is, we need a second horses if we want to be able to train this. Now, I don't have one, and I've also not... What the... Oh. I was being pillaged and I completely missed it. That's a real setback. How dare you? Okay, and I've got 2 units. So I've come over to fight them, and now I'm going to have to run away like the coward that I am. Hey, we need another archer here. Let's get another archer. In fact, we probably need 2. Let's get 2. Unbelievable. It's really bad if the AI then tries to sweep in and grab it. Oh crap, and now that can't reinforce because it's retreating, and so now I'm going to have to wait another turn. Oh, the good news is they managed to just like stumble upon some extra dudes and pick them up along their merry way. And now they're plenty strong enough to take that down, and this unit can get out there and steal that back. Okay, good. Let's trade luxuries with these noobs. Neat. They've got a horse with my name on it. Let's trade everything.
This proposition should be in all our best interests.
228! We look like I'm made of money? Don't look at the red bars.
We accept, and we should celebrate the agreement.
I can only say that
yeah, I think our record for the bots probably is around 6. 5 or 6. I reckon Ben and Huck are probably right. Well, they certainly are. They usually are. And they will have seen it. Yeah, I would guess around 6 as well. Yeah. They are so quick with the bots, though. They are so incredibly quick. And you can post links now. Oh, fantastic. Stay hydrated. Yeah, thanks, Gavin. I did actually just mute the mic to take a quick drink as well. I gotta protect this voice box. Alright. These units are mostly healed. I think what we'll try and do is, well, ideally they'd be up on high ground, right? So they didn't have to all cram around down in this awful low ground area. So let's transit one of these around to the top. Huckistan lost this territory, but it's not a big deal because we'll take that right back. But I don't think we'll leave these units here. So let's shuffle them on their merry way. And then we'll just keep a small contingency army kind of floating around to deal with any pillages that may arise. Because it's such a setback. It's such a pain in the backside as well.
I offer an excellent
Open
proposition.
borders will counter that. They can pay for it if they want, because then I'll be able to use that money to buy horses. But otherwise, it's a no from me. We'll retreat away from that front line while we seek to get these units in position for a better spot to strike from. This is exciting. A little bit concerned about my ranking on the leaderboard and just how long it's taken me to get here, though. Fudge. Alright, I'll have to manual this because otherwise we'll get a little bit damaged, probably. And we'll try and bait them onto the flag by putting this juicy unit down there. Archer will try and sneak away if it can. Alright, let's squeeze back up here. Ram as much damage at it as we can and get this tidied up. Nice. Okay, I've gone for a slightly different deploy strategy this time. I've kept this unit close to stop incoming attacks. Then I'm going to use that to give my archer and weaker units enough time to get back to better positions to defend. This one's promoted actually, so I might defend it over that unit. And now that we've moved back a little bit, I can hopefully preemptive strike this unit down and defend in spot. I'm giving up the flag, but I don't mind, because I don't really mind if I lose this one fight, right? Like, that's fine. I'd rather just try and deal as much damage as I can in the process. So let's protect that unit. Let's put you down onto the front line and actually really punch downhill here to get some good damage in. Freeing up the flag. Neat. Although I may have been a little overzealous. I think we can do this. Yep. God, he's good. Although that unit did just die, so... maybe he celebrated a little prematurely at the same time. Crap. Those bots will run for the hill. the voice box, i.e. the moneymaker. Yeah. And it also got me thinking, actually, when I saw that message and I thought, I should post an update and just let everybody know that I'm actually, taking a sort of a proper, slightly unplanned, but needed break. Maybe I should also just make it clear that this isn't actually my full-time job. Like, I do treat it like one, don't get me wrong. Like, it's totally understandable that you might look at the channel and think, this guy does this full-time. Because there's uploads every day, and that may be akin to the kind of production schedule that a full-time channel could or may choose to produce, right? So it's a fair assumption, but it isn't true, and maybe that is an important thing to remember, because it might help to maybe reduce that sense of entitlement among those few people who may, rightly or wrongly, not for me to judge, but may feel like there's an onus on me to deliver more because this is what I do. I would love for that to be the case, and maybe in a year's time it could very well be. Don't get me wrong, I will absolutely strive for that to be the case. And sometimes it's close, like on a day like today, it is. Right? So like it's not a pipe dream, and one day it could be true, but at the minute it does just pay maybe for me to just keep just occasionally to just sort of set that expectation, or just remind that it may not always be able to be priority 1 or 2, as much as I would love it to be. But it's a difficult conversation for me to have, as you can probably tell, because it's a somewhat delicate one, because at the end of the day, it's a really cool thing to be doing, regardless. So I'm always a little bit torn on even having it at all, if that makes sense. Anyway, shall we fight? I think we shall. Any reinforcers? Let's, before we do that, quickly check in with our mate who's trading us horses. I got it right first time. I'm proud of me. How much are these? $300! Okay, we need to find a pair of horses closer to us. Do you have any? It would have probably been smart to eye those up, really, wouldn't it? Good night, Mortis. I appreciate it as a late one for you Europeans. Thank you so much for your generosity today. And I hope you have a wonderful night's rest. And I caught that bot! Oh no, Huck caught it. I did actually catch it temporarily to any eagle-eyed live viewer. Every day you toy with the idea? Know about a lot of the background struggles? Yep, that would be a fair assessment. I think for someone who maybe hasn't been offered that perspective, it might come across like something that is just like super easy, breezy, because of the nature of it being about quite a cool thing, because usually people would, hopefully they'd pursue it around their passions, right? So it should probably be a cool thing to them. But yeah, but there is certainly effort in the background. However, like, you have options, right? Like, you could launch it and set a relatively low expectation of yourself once a month. And upload once a month. Or maybe none at all, right? This initially for me started with zero expectation of having any kind of regularity to it. I didn't think like this is not how I thought this would go at all, and it still isn't. And you know, like, it's crazy. It's unbelievable. Like, it is literally unbelievable to me. Still. But I started with zero expectations, zero scheduling, zero. I just saw a need and a slight demand for some Civ 5 tutorials and thought, you know what, I think I can do a better job than what's out there. And if I can get value out of this, then maybe someone else might watch it too. And I made like 2 and then forgot about it, right? And here I am 6 years later, having picked it up a year ago and decided to properly run with it. So I think that there's also certain things that we can do ourselves to help mentally make it an easier task. Or at least one that we're willing to experiment with, if you want. I can insta-resolve this, right? No. 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 No, I couldn't. That was a terrible decision. Okay, let's just quickly, just get a couple of extra bodies up this way. Benfis has 0 people in it at the minute. Disaster. Okay. This place is back, and we also have a second war target over here. So it makes building units here even more advantageous than it was before. Gonna have to try and get some food online. Is it time rewind terrible? I don't know, Daniel. I was wondering that too. I think I'm gonna save my rewind for when someone declares a surprise war on me. That's kind of my mental strategy going into this. Have a great day, Scotty! Thank you so much for your generosity, but regardless of that, I'm so happy to see you here as well. Take care of yourself, treat yourself to something nice on the way home, and put your feet up and enjoy something really fun to watch when you get back home too. Like the rest of the stream. Lol. No, that wasn't really meant to be a shameless self-plug. It was actually meant to be a kind word from a friend. 144p. Stream only 144p. Because JumboPixel. I see what you did there. I like it. But the viewer would hate it. So let's get irrigation. It's really good actually for food. I should have got that a long time ago. That's one of the that's perhaps the second big mistake that's been made so far in this run.
Come over here.
Picking up extra cities is going to be really powerful for me too. Right? So let's try and do that. We've got more population here, so let's put them to good work. And by that I mean spam out more units. More crappy units. I may also swap my Civic over to give me +1 combat strength as we move from a building phase into a fighting phase. I think that's a good shout. I wonder. 6 food, 6 turns. Okay, that's actually really garbage. I take it back. It wasn't a mistake. It's garbage. For this particular map. If you can contact me for great marketing ideas. I love it. I'll call you the marketing advisor. You can slap a title on anything these days. Honestly. I sometimes think about making up a really funny one for someone who creates content online. But I can't think of a way to make it sound too professional without just completely lying. So but I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking like maybe I use a word like editor or senior editor. I don't know. There are always some neat words that you can use, I think, to dress up some mutton as lamb. Okay. Let's get an additional warrior out of Ben here and then just really call that a day. We'll save up for the horses, but really I'm going to need so much gold to upgrade these units that it's probably not going to happen. And actually, maybe I should focus on fighting on one front at a time. Go on. These guys will be fine by themselves. We'll get these 4 units over as extra. Get these guys away from this place because this place is awful. Fight the independent people first. Am I overzealous? I am overzealous, actually. Ben's right. That's a really good call. We should fight the independent people first. Like right now. But hopefully these 3 will be enough and I won't need to pull those 4 in. Let's try and bait them. It's not a very good spawn. But where there's a will, there's a way. Did these guys make it out of the deploy? Yeah, they did. Should be okay though. Right? These are just crappy peasants. Yeah. Step up here and hide behind the archer because obviously that's how any... Oh crap, I didn't see that. I feel I've committed an error. Run to the hills. Run for your lives. Actually, an interesting strategy would have been to just run everybody over this way. Then we could have baited out the mounted unit that I didn't know was there, but probably should have maybe assumed there might have been one. We could have baited it out and taken it down because these things are awful. Notoriously awful to fight. Okay, in that case, let's bring these guys back. Huck can also maybe spare... Perhaps we could ride in with a mounted unit real quick. And I'm also going to use my influence now to swap us over from... where are we? Swap us from conscriptors and onto professional soldiers.
It does seem logical that people shouldn't have to do a job unless they want to.
We could also get another +1 here out of the assimilate cost.
They may
let's
have
do that.
more to offer than just their
And
weapon.
let's get the +1 city
Assimilation
cap because
does
I'm
seem
going to need that too. Very good. I'm doing really poorly for fame. However, with military stars waiting in the wings for me still, my merchant stars are going to be a real issue. And without any population to earn them, I might just have to say see ya. We'll see. My demands have been refused and our empires will go to war. Fine.
With a
You will pay for your stupidity. Like all good people do. Let's take this down. I think that's really clutch timing with me just changing my civics there at the last minute. And we should be looking really hilariously pretty. We should be looking hilariously pretty. I hope so anyway. Editor, yeah. Chief Executive. Chief Executive. And I'm Chief Operating Officer. That's right. Hi, I'm Chief Operating Officer of a YouTube channel. There we go. Yep, let's do that. The world is your oyster. Now polish that turd. Ah, jeez. Okay. Right, look, enough lollygagging. It's time to get serious. And that is a seriously bad attack. I should have got these units well away from here. I guess we're just going to have to leave these ones as cannon fodder. But as they defend, they'll be in a better position. Right? Much, much, much better position, actually. In fact, what was I even worried about? You clown. Obliterate. Stab that guy, step behind the walls, go for a brilliant backstab, and absolutely clear them out. This will be a war they may not even live to regret, actually. Fantastic. Very good. Alright, we'll have to do now is capture the flag, which probably means we can just hit that auto button, stab that last unit, and call that a day. Military stars done. Let's check our fame. So I need 6 more districts, so I'm going to actually have to action that. The athlete stars should be easier now that I've changed my civics as well. Science will be fine. It was very slow, but we got there. Merchant stars, big yikes. How is the war in the West? End my turn. Cultural blessing. This is a good one for us. Plus 10 influence on main plaza if assimilated peoples. And I will want to grab that, but maybe just not quite yet. I wonder if I waste some influence and get that. No, I think we'll save up for a city, actually. Because before I take one of these cities, I could build another one of my own. 5, 10. That'd be 6 turns. It'd be the last time it'll be relatively cheap for me to build one as I start to take them. Let's get these reinforcements in to help this war. In fact, I'll probably make it so that I could just auto-resolve, actually. But I won't, because we learned that lesson. They won't like to see that appear behind them, I wouldn't imagine. That'll put the cat among the pigeons. Interesting that they're being so bold as to come out and fight when they don't need to. Like, their flag is not there. This is a really terrible position to put an archer. Look how bad that is. That's hilariously bad. But I wanted to get the extra damage off up there, so there you go. It should be okay. It'll only really get hit a little bit, and it may not even. Yeah, nice. Nice, nice, nice. The war goes well on both sides. And auto-resolve, Daniel, you're right. It's just slightly. Just. A fraction, still too dangerous at this point. That's fine. I cannot see the likes at the moment. Could I just get a kind soul to just update me with just the 2-digit count on what we're at? I imagine we're at something around 90, perhaps? I'm just curious. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No stress. Yeah. Okay, that one's really good. We've taken Luluban. I think we'll push through to San Lorenzo as well. Yes! Send as many of these units as close together as they can possibly be. Try and keep them moving along high ground and sensible things like that as well. That's going to wrap up next turn. Open borders. We'll counter it back at them if they want to pay for it and give me some horse money, they can. But otherwise, it's a no from me. 85 likes. Oh, neat. Okay, I was close. Thank you, Lazulay. Mutton is lamb, cat, monks, and pigeons. It's like an Agatha Christie novel all of a sudden. Yeah, and the funny thing is, if you were around earlier, you'll know that I've never read one because it's like studying for a test. So I don't know where I picked it up. 5 billion at the moment? Oh, Sycamore. We're at 5 billion. Imagine that. Would be...
To harness the power of water itself.
Okay.
In order to feed your people. That should make you
got a lot of
popular.
accounts. Tiptoe our way over onto the high ground. And this sort of force them to capitulate. Neat. Agrarian stars earned. Yes. We will grow people from their ashes. Oh, God. That was accidentally really dark. Sorry. I genuinely actually didn't mean to imply that we would use them as fertilizer. The ashes was just I don't know. Okay. Anyway. Let's pay the people what they deserve. It's paid wage time, everybody.
Soldiers, they had best provide a reliable
That's an extra combat strength, so we can really combat strength our way down here. Just make them pay for what they've done. Wakachangi looking nice with chicken flavored chips, and probably animal bones, plus 6 food. We'll look to connect some extra horses when we get extra money, so I'll build that preemptively, I reckon. Can we get an attach up here too? Oh, yes we can. The one tile attach, you wouldn't read about it. We can also get our first harbour. It's a stupid one, but we'll get it nonetheless.
Of the vast blue seas,
And we'll
great
grab that,
voyages
and we'll turn
discovery.
this city into a birthday
Should have
cake
done
too,
this
of
ages
course,
ago.
because why not? And we'll just lose a population and get some faith. Okay, stability, little bit of a problem. Is that true everywhere? Yeah. Okay. Maybe I use cultural blessing to
They say
gain a bit of
alloys
stability back.
are stronger
Also, a
than
whole load of
pure
extra
metal.
influence on this city,
guess we're going to see how
which
far that
probably
method applies to
rightly
human
goes to you, Sir Rubio, as I see your glorious and super generous and absolutely not necessary, but so greatly appreciated super chat. Let me scroll back through to find. We decided on Sugarville, I think. I'll double check that, but I think we did. So, Cerubio, thank you for your $100 sugar puppy of a donation. Here's Sugarville in your honor. Now we move on to our next tier of donors. And I'm eyeing up cities such as Wellington. And I have 2 more as well, don't I? 510 influence. Might as well. Oh, I've just blown it all. I've blown it all. Oh well, it's all right actually. I'm pretty happy to pick up those civics. Although I do admit it probably would have been better to turn that into a city rather than go for an attach. But you know what? There's another city appearing up here, so let's quickly steal that too. These poor people. They're barely born as civilians, and then they're immediately trained and pumped out as units. Oh, feels bad. I'm going to stop doing that now. I say. Knowing that I'm not going to. What kind of defense have you got here? Such a poor defense that I could almost insta-resolve. Do I dare? What have you got? 20. What have I got? 21. I'm going to do the manual auto blend because there are quite a few units. We should be able to click that auto button and the AI should just position the archers at the back, keep the warriors at the front, and yeah, do exactly this, which is broadly what I would have done, except I wouldn't attack into the walls like that, so let's stop that. that I do not agree with. Now, they're not child soldiers. They're just barely adults, okay? They're like barely born. They just make it into the working age population, and then we scoop them out. Picture this. Little Timmy, the Neanderthal, right? Or the ancient Egyptian, I should say. I don't know what they sound like, so I can't really put a voice to it. But little Timmy, the ancient Egyptian, he's just finished studying at school, right? Because he's from a very privileged family, and so he's like slightly educated. You know, he can sort of like read some squiggles on a wall or something. And he knows how like aqueducts work, and he likes to build pyramids in his free time. Anyway, little Timmy. Oh, I hear myself telling these stupid anecdotes, and I just think, let's just stop halfway through. Like, anyway, little Timmy just finishes his course. He's just been taught how to be a bricklayer in the pyramid business, which is a very difficult business to be a bricklayer in. I don't know if there are any pyramid bricklayers out there, but shout out to you. Right, so he's just finished. It's his first day on the job. His boss comes up to him. He's like, "Hey, Timmy, welcome. You know, there's the break room. Fire exits are over there. Here's your buddy. You know, if you need anything, ask some questions." And the buddy turns and goes, "Hi, I'm Daryl." And, "Hi, Daryl." And then Timmy starts laying bricks, and then bam, we whip him up, and he's all of a sudden an archer. And that's the story of little Tim Hortip. I hope you enjoyed that impromptu anecdote. This is certainly why, Hoff, I wouldn't make a very good author. My stories would just be wild and incoherent and largely off the cuff as well. There's no way I'd ever be able to sit down and actually think and write that down. I would only ever think to say that if it was in if it was in like a situation like this, where I was just talking, and had, you know, something to talk to. Anyway, shout out to you, little Timmy, and I hope, chat, you enjoyed this day, the day that little Timmy Hostiep was born. Writing is really fun though, whether you're skilled at it or not. If you haven't tried it, but you're kind of like into words, or you like reading, but maybe you don't think you're good at writing, maybe you should sit down one day and just like try and write something false or something true, something borrowed or something blue. It doesn't matter. Just sit down and try and write something. You never know, you might really like it. It's a really easy and cheap hobby to pick up as well, and it can turn into something really special. That's right. Timmy could have done great things. There would have been an even better pyramid. But no. Goes out to my guys Ziggy and Pete. Enjoy your birthdays. Yeah! Totally. Octo. Oh, Octo, I'm glad you got to enjoy that. Have a good night. Have a great sleep. Must be past 1 a.m. now. A nice time to go to bed, I find. Tiring time. Let's get sailing. That's our last technology. We should have also check in on our stars and reasonably priced cars. I need 4 more districts, so I should make that a priority now, probably. War's been declared by the Garamantes. Well, looks like we might be getting Wellington after all. Okay. We really need those horses online. Quite conscious of that. So that we can upgrade to have a stronger unit. Could consider moving through to the next era. I have 2,300 fame at the minute. As we get to around 3,000, I'll be able to move through. However, the trouble is I'm also starting to run out of time. So actually, could be a really strong case to move through and forget about those merchant stars. Maybe I do, however, need to move through into a culture that will help me earn them. Because if I fall too far behind on them, I'm not going to be able to get my 25,000 fame at all. So yes, that's probably a good thing to consider. I need to move through into someone who can maybe help me make a bit of cash money. 14 food there looks good. 15 industry there looks good. You can just get to work on that. Thank ya. Your stability is really bad though. Trade will help with that, and money will help with that. So there's a real hold up at the minute on me keeping this ginormous army alive. It's sort of like a situation of at what cost. So we have to try and make it pay. Which means it's time to take cities. Take them down. I'm trying to shoot my own unit. That's always a good sign of a great warlord. Sir, he's ours. I said fire! But sir, fire! Okay, I guess. He said fire. Lucky it doesn't let you do it. Maybe it needs a hardcore mode where it just punishes all of my mistakes. Color of the Garamantes. They are, I think they're Zhou, right? Yeah, down here. Haojing. Thank you. Thank you.
Even
Sweet.
if it's not yours.
San Lorenzo has fallen. And then we'll push through a card, and then we have the army from Sugarville moving down to Haojing. We'll have this army through a card moving down to Shush. It's looking good. It's taken me longer than I expected. For some reason, I thought I was going to be able to do this in one sitting. It's probably going to be like a 2-stream event, right? But that's okay. Foreign customs. Now this is the civic that I wanted to get early on. Plus 100% fame earned from Ace Fleet Stars. This is absolutely brilliant for us and for this challenge, and will be one of the key pieces that will enable me to get up to 25,000 fame comfortably and still win the game, and not be destroyed by someone by you know, sort of hanging around too long in old eras and being sort of out-teched effectively. Because of course, as we hang around and earn fame, while that's all fine and good, we run the risk of being surpassed militarily. And if an army like this turned up on my borders and had an extra +10 combat strength than me, they would just roll me. So, something we have to bear in mind. This army should probably merge with that one. What's going on over here, eh? A 1v4 next to an undefended Lulu barn. I think continuing to push is still the right idea. I think we keep moving. Yeah. And we just leave Lulu barn alone. Defend San Lorenzo at all costs, or perhaps try and squeeze a card as well. Gonna scare them off for the war support. I'm not sure if that's even the right move. But I don't want them to be able to reinforce in a way that prevents me from doing something. Bentfus is under a little bit of trouble here, so let's get these valiant defenders back. We're going to need even more units, so we'll queue up another archer. Sugarville, looking like it's got a little bit of capacity to hopefully free up at least a couple of archers in here. Stability is a grave concern. We'll keep growing the population. Fighting two wars is not ideal, so I might be forced to sort of push for early peace here, and then focus on fighting Haojing instead. In which case,
I'm not sure.
Could
what
be
the
worth
proper
rerouting some
adjective
extra
is,
combat capacity
but it
over.
appears that you have been out-religioned.
No, we'll keep it here. That's not ideal. And we're out of range. But we can flank. Very good. And then reinforce in that way. And we're looking alright, but not brilliant. I think I'll move to the high ground and forego the flag. It's a terrible tile to defend from. That was an inevitability, unfortunately. Could now shift this unit out, though. Should have put that one there. Bummer. My warriors feel very outclassed at this point. I don't like this. Would have been nicer to have the anti-cavalry ready to defend, so I won't bring any more units through that way. We'll just keep them kind of lingering about. We can fire across and weaken that unit. That's the one that's going to try and push through there. You'll see an incredible defense on it. What is that? Oh, we have to move through eras or we're going to be left behind militarily. This is perhaps good enough. What do we think? Missing out on, in reality, maybe only around 1,000 fame. And if there was ever an era to skip through faster, it would be the earlier ones rather than the later ones. Those later ones are quite important. So I think I'm going to take the executive decision to shift through just because other people have swordsmen, so they're playing with iron. We can't beat iron with our sticks, even with superior strength. We're going to start losing units like there's no tomorrow. So what are my choices? Let's see. Goths. Militarist. Faith. Gothic cavalry. Morians. Influence and science. And an elephant unit that I could build quite easily. They're an interesting one. I'm going to put this one to a poll, by the way, on YouTube. So, in fact, why don't I get it queued up once I find what I want to put in? The Mayans. Now, this would be a really good successor. The Noble Javelineers will give me some good range strength. I love the poison. Another industrialist would be nice, although the builder ability is nowhere near as good as it used to be fair. Like, it's actually quite a useless ability. I'd rather have an aesthete one or a merchant one. But it is a nice natural progressor. It also gives me a bit of faith, so we might be able to salvage a religion. Nazca's useless for me. And the Romans, you know, I mean, we get fame on victorious cities. I don't think I'll need to rely on that for fame generation, though, so I'm going to discount that. We would get influence and stability, crucially. Right? I need some stability salvaging. Plus 50% experience unit is interesting. The Praetorian Guard. I'm tossing up between the Romans, the Mayans, and the Morians. I think they're the three best picks. Celts will have a 6-move EU. Ooh, that is kind of spicy. But I just don't think they deliver enough for the Empire at the moment. I don't see myself as being a particularly good pillager because I'm worried that I'm going to lose my entire army. Because they're a little outclassed still. So I'm going to elect to leave the Goths off this time. I'm going to go for the Morians, who are an aesthete. I'd love to pick up an aesthete. The extra science would be handy, although because we're hanging around for a while in eras, you could maybe argue it doesn't matter except for the very start. But I do really like this unit. I can build it fairly easily. 6 movement, right? I mean, there it is. Wham bam. Then we have the Mayans, who are a solid industrial pick. They also have a bit of faith with them. A good move through. And then we have the Romans, who will be probably the best for our stability. I'm not too phased about that extra, but fame, I should say, that extra fame. But I do like their overall strength. All right, there's a poll. I am also going to take a lightning fast break because I need a water refill. I will put you on the best BRB screen on YouTube, and I'll be back in a minute. Don't go away. And also, don't forget to place your votes. Alrighty, what are we vibing? I saw a couple of good chats. Where are they? Voted for the Romans because I'd never pick them. Fair. I voted for the Romans because I'd like to see him suffer. No. I reckon that'd be decent enough. We need iron for the Praetorian Guards. That's a really good point. Yeah, Morians. The Morians seem to be emerging early on as the pick, and I reckon you're probably right, actually. I mean, the Mayans are always solid, but maybe we don't necessarily need them because we had the Egyptians as well. Could be another thing. Yep. The Morians have 50% of the votes at the moment. I think they're a solid pick as well. This unit looks like a bit of fun. +1 influence on emblematic district, plus 10% on outpost. Minus 10% rather, on outpost cost. So my stability will be the only thing that we're still really going to flounder about with, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Shall we wrap this? Ooh. Okay, you're doing good. You can stay. But actually, no, you can't, because I want to get the anti-cavalry in here to do what it does best. Stab! We can still see this unit from over here, so let's jump to that, and then let me just have a wee look at what I want to do here. Probably move it up. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Right, that was pretty smooth, I think. I think we made the best of a not fantastic situation. Blink. Blink. Come in for the surround to get the extra combat strength. Do we want to actually stab it though? Probably not. I think we just want to sort of bleed those guys out. Somehow they took Benfus? I'm like, what? No, you don't. And let's make sure that we have our units healed if I can. I think I'll heal the warriors more than anything. They're our bread and butter. So I'll get them back up to speed. And we got more archers coming. Yeah, we're fine. And then over here, I'll just instant resolve that because that's in the way. Neat. All right, and we move toward either Shush or maybe we just hang around San Lorenzo for a bit and fight. Pakistan looking to produce more units? Yes! Give me another warrior. Okay, I think that's good. Any last minute pyramid grabbers? We could, but we'd have to attach it to Pakistan, which is probably not a good idea. Get out of town. It does. Oh, Ben, good spotting. I often miss those kind of things if I'm live streaming and perhaps a bit distracted. That is fantastic. Okay, so San Lorenzo has the pyramids. Oh my god, that's such a good grab. Okay, great. Oh look, Benfus, just build a bloody farm. All right, we're moving through as the Morians. Welcome to the classical era. Hopefully, it should deliver enough, I don't know, enough sort of extra zhuzh to sort of slide it through.
Looking for ideas?
I
How
don't know.
about science and elephants?
But
I'd
I
say
do
the
love that
Mauryan
birthday
have a
cake.
couple of good ones there.
That is glorious. That was worth watching, you know? Okay, let's use this aesthete ability now and try and regain control of our culture. Get cultural supremacy. Look at this. 60 bucks. 1,080 influence. Stand aside, nerd. Here's an extra city. That's really good. That was basically just a free city. Now, do we have any city building technologies to benefit from? No, we're not even anywhere near that level of the game yet. So, let's just grab it. Boom. I am just slightly paranoid about losing it immediately. So we'll just squeeze up just a few extra units. Or we could also splurge a little bit here to grab our wonder of our own. Like +2 science per district on city or outpost. That does of course only apply to one city, but it would still be, you know, maybe like a +10, +20. Or we have Pyramid of the Sun, +2 food on territories, districts, and exploitations. You know, I actually kind of like Pyramid of the Sun more, but I feel like I feel like there could have been a really fun opportunity for the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus up this way. +2 science per district on city or outpost, so it just applies to the one city. Although I am sort of a builder culture who has a reasonable industrial base, so maybe that does actually skew me away. I was just thinking we're quite low on food all the time, and I'm training a lot of units, and perhaps the Pyramid of the Sun could be really useful. But science is harder to get. I'm going to go with the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. It is a close call. It is a really close call. Hopefully, I made the right call. I don't know. And I guess I just want to put it in Hakistan. We need the stability here anyway, so let's grab it. This is a 300 turn game. This is normal speed, Al. And if you're just tuning in, the rule set for the challenge is in the description. But to catch you up, the only win conditions are domination, so eventually I will have to either vassalize / puppet or destroy the enemy. And then secondly, I have to get to 25,000 fame. That's 1 fame point for every subscriber of the channel. So that's my rule set. It's a normal speed game. So there's 300 turns, but of course it won't end when the turn timer ends. So something to bear in mind. There's no real great spot here. I can't really connect any additional food. I'm just going to squeeze it in next to these mountains. Building it anytime soon could be problematic. We may want to first visit these, for example, right? 8 science. Let's do it. Benfus. 8 science. Let's go. Sugarville. Stability, please. Come on. Let's get some stability in Sugarville. Damn Sugarville. Chase those guys down or push for glory? Actually, you know what? They declared war on me. I don't have to push for glory on them just yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's chase them down. Or let's just defend, I should say. Fight some independent peoples or something with this strength. Oy vey. Oh, this army wasn't here. Okay. Sure, let's go. Yeah, no, the pacing should be not too terrible. And if you're just tuning in, welcome. I see we have had a little spike in viewers over the last 10 minutes or so. 94 likes now, I see. My eagle eye. Alrighty. Let's just hide. Because apparently there's only one unit on this front line until all these reinforcements get here. Ah! Get the archers tucked away in behind the city walls, with warriors, of course, to defend them at the front. Okay, that's another archer. Had more archers than I thought. Not gonna lie. Oh, I should block that spawn. Yep, that's way better than shooting with an archer. If you don't know, great catch, Huck, by the way. By blocking this, by moving one unit here, I've prevented them from reinforcing with all 4 of these units until my one is destroyed. They are unable to do it. And my one ain't going to be destroyed. This is the benefit to, of course, manually resolving your fights, right? That's a weak archer. Let's push it. And then we'll end round. That thing, before we destroy it, we'll want to unplug this spawn. Oh, no. There are more units. Okay. Right. He wasn't prepared for that. Not sure where you even got shot from. But you could maybe actually use a defender of your own. Although we're very short on defenders. So we're going to keep them all at the front line. Position these archers in a slightly more neutral spot so that they can fire both ways here. They're really undefended, so we better hope that this guy doesn't get shot. Get you over here. Could be being shot from that, so let's try and destroy that. So close to triple digits. 5 likes away. Fantastic. The stream is a bot magnet. It's because of all the super chats, which of course I'm grateful for. Pushing it. It's not actually just because of those, but I believe there is evidence that they do make a difference. Alongside, this. I mean, the Spiffing Brit has done some fantastic work on what makes on what can contribute to that. So I don't need to go into detail there. Let's just keep defending. In a way, we have all the time in the world, but as they head around this flank, we don't. Okay, let's take the flag. Whoa. Ah! These archers behind the walls now. And maybe one through like this. And then an archer back here. We'll let them come out of the spawn and kind of bait them with these 2 units. And then fire with the archers and bring the melee back through if we need to. But I don't think we will, because I think now that they're not on that flank, yep, as I was about to say, now that they're not on that flank, they'll come back this way. Ooh, that's ugly. Would be nice to free up this front so that we could get units to the front line. So let's destroy and obliterate and stab. Nice. That'll free up these units to come in, sort of hold the line a bit here. Unfortunately, we're not really going to be able to let this one escape very well. In fact, it's going to get high ground stabbed, but that's fine. And you from behind the wall can do a nice amount of damage there. We've freed up this front line. The flank will be too long for them to go around. So now we're back to fighting on this side. It's also a very difficult fight to tell between who's who, so I'm sorry about that. These colors are quite similar. 4 more. 2 more now? Oh, I love that. It's so good. Bring the archers up to the highest possible point in the walls and fire down at weaker units wherever possible. Tempted also to come out and stab to protect them, but I think this is good enough. Double promoted one up there. Really powerful. Oh, look. They bloody snuck a horse through. Ah! You Smithers! Wants to resolve that. That's an easy money, easy win. And defend. The people of Benfist defend. Right, technologically wise, we're a little bit slow off the mark. I reckon we surge towards that, then we grab that. Right, we want iron, we want our super mounted ranged units. An ongoing war can be ended with Queen STNI. We'll move on to slightly higher ground around Benfist so that it's easier to defend. And I'm going to chop down a tree as well to help put a little bit of production into the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. Actually, it's probably more beneficial to just build more of these stupas because they're stupidly good. Am I right? You know I am. Okay. 12 influence out of that one. Jeez. Okay. No need to show off. Sure. We should probably build one there too. And this thing. Lots of things, really, to be fair. Okay, very good. These guys trudge up here. Welcome back, everybody. We should position standing armies in cities so that they can help with their stability, although the stability is maybe just slightly starting to get online a little bit. The Mausoleum of Halicarnassus will help a fraction, but I can see that Huck's about to struggle again, so... stability, stability, stability. Alright. Let's make this full pay for their insolence. See, I thought that was their unit. 2 anti-cavalry should be able to tidy this. Yep. Pop back and grab the flag. And then it'll just be a ranged ranged battle unless we want to sort of scream over this way. We might be able to do the sort of unit move dance. Nah, not quite. But that's all good. Should be able to take it this turn. And then not regret not moving that unit. Yep. Nice. San Lorenzo successfully defendoed. Insta-healing this archer is a must, I think, just in case I get snuck up on. And we'll keep holding San Lorenzo because it's a very good spot to hold. In fact, why don't we end this war, force the surrender, and try and nip San Lorenzo out from them. That way we can be done, we can free up our forces, and we can do this. I will look into that vassal relationship as well. I have to go meet my friends, the live action ones. Live action, I like it. Fantastic, Hop. Enjoy. Well earned, I'm sure. Okay, San Lorenzo. How much war score do I have? 200. What can I do with this? We can actually nearly become their vassal immediately, but I don't want to do that. I just want San Lorenzo to be mine. And I can get everything except Solaris. Is Solaris the one that has the pyramids? I'll be really gutted if it is. No, right? This is... How do I tell? What is your name? Okay, I think it's fine. Let me see. Can your Solaris have the pyramids? Oh, it's Kajnor. Either way, yeah, that's fine. We need Kajnor. We've got Kajnor. Let's talk. And we'll take 290 bucks as well. How do you like me now, Queen STN1? You stupid. Something along those lines. Okay, so one more like away, literally at 99. Let's have a look. So we've got the Liege of Huck.
You have
Pete.
something to say?
Pete is the Liege of Huck. Oh dear. Just to be the only two watching live in the game. 100, we did it. Fantastic. Insert woo sound effect here. Woo! Right? Oh, that is so good. Thank you. Thank you to the 100 people who generously clicked a little button that looks like a thumb.
You.
It's an easy thing to do and it means a lot. We made it to triple digits. Not bad for a return stream. In fact, it's got to be said, it's, I think, been nearly the most successful stream of all time on a few metrics. Right? The most. Monetarily, I would say, or first equal, easily. This day is going to look really odd on my graph. It's going to be like $10, $15, $10, $15, $10, $1,000, $10, $15. I just, oh my god. Ridiculous. Thank you so much to the very generous people. And a special shout out again. Not that I'm wrapping up here, but just while I'm thinking of it, and a special shout out to you, Huck, in particular. You are far too kind for your own good, but I'm also really stoked that you've found so much success recently in what you've been doing. It's so awesome to see. And also to Cerubio and to Scott, the sugar daddy. No. But thank you to the three of you. Those donations in particular make a tremendous effort. Seriously, you have no idea. No, well, you do, because I've just sort of described it. It's such a, you know, the relative impact is so huge. So huge on any donation, but especially on those ones. So thank you again, my friends. I really appreciate it. Do I want to... I probably just want to hang around a card, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Shall we get San Lorenzo on building this, or does it need stuff of its own? It probably needs, 18 food from flood irrigation. I think that's reasonable. I think that's highly reasonable. The coup is completed. Floor gang represent. Let's chop. Bummer. Oh, actually, hold on. There's a free city over here. Maybe we should take that. I think we should. We've got all these units standing around doing nothing. Cannot be done on... What? Oh, I see. Don't! You gotta watch him. Okay, let's get these extra horses now, finally. Let's reach out to our
Hail,
friend.
Sovereign.
Oh, it's not you. Who's my friend again? Fuck? Oh, what is our relationship, actually? We've got trade... Okay, I'm just going to bounce through everybody. There we go, trade everything. Oh! You've just lost your horses. Okay, that's not ideal. Let's just see if we can find some, then. What is this, like... horseless land? I suppose I'll reach out to you then, good sir. Ongoing demands. Give Sugarville.
There's just no way to make this
I'm not
work.
giving you
I do
Sugarville.
not accept.
Now let's trade everything.
This proposition
And be best of friends! You've only got one iron and I hate you. I took a gamble looking at this thinking, well, you've got the dream start, Pete. There must be... Nope, nothing. Just actually nothing. Cool. That is hilarious. I can't believe it. Oh, no. Oh, my cord is tangled around this thing like there's no tomorrow. Hold on. pink has some. You're all good, you're all good. Where? Where? Oh, light pink. Aha! These colors are too similar. Okay, right, KM6. Oh. I've just really peeved everybody off. And now I probably don't have the money to secure this deal. Watch this. Watch this. The ultimate kick in my face. Are you ready? Bum 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 bum. I just flat out refused. Hey. It shall be war on the continent. It may very well be. Ooh, independent tribe takes that. Makes Hagamatar look pretty good. Pyramids now being mine. Also quite a tempting thing to pump some production into. Got 2 wonders going at the same time. I'm overzealous. I know. Lack of horses seems to be a worldwide issue. There's a worldwide lack of horses here. It's not ideal. Okay, we've deforested our land, something awful. Let's fight them. And then teach them a lesson they won't soon forget.
Off we go.
Fight them again. I think because I'm behind city lines, I can afford... Oh, yeah, no, look, they're trapped in one tiny spot. We can actually just auto... I should have just auto-resolved. We can just go bam, 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 and just smash it, smash it, smash it, smash it, basically. That's how this will work. Once it gets rolling. By the way, nice to see so many first-time viewers over on Twitch, even though one of them was a bot. Apologies I didn't pick the Goths. But other than that, I have responded to them all. Yep, here we go. We dust that off. We dust that off. Blacks. Yeah, you're right, actually. Common sense would suggest, wouldn't it? Oh crap, I was recording that whole time. Oh, why? Okay, that makes some sense why there was an unusual load on my GPU. Although it is still performing not quite as it normally would. On my end. Hopefully the stream is still smooth. It looks like it is. No complaints usually means it is. I didn't realize that San Lorenzo wasn't connected. It's not the end of the world, but a little bit annoying. We'll probably take a card though, so it's likely to be a non-issue. 1 unit back there to defend. Heal those guys at the front line and end that turn. Brilliant. Oh, this is one ugly fight that I've accidentally stumbled into here. And I died. Okay, well, lesson learned. Lesson freaking learned. Can I please get this iron? We're still 3 turns away. Yikes. I'm surprised, given how much my science should have picked up by now. Only at 63. Okay. Okay. Actually getting rebels. We're losing our population in Sugarville because of the horrendous lack of stability here. One thing we can do is detach that territory. That may help it. Only marginally. Buy a garrison. Okay, now it'll climb to 20%. Buying luxuries is probably the best thing I can do, right? We're not really trading enough. So I might look to make that my focus, actually. Yeah. Ooh, just work on a little bit of extra food. Might bring 1 unit out of Memphis. Smash these ones down for stability. Let's pay to protect. Oh, it's costly, but we can sort of make up for it, so it's fine. Our food is actually kind of okay at the moment as well. I'm starting to wonder if I need to get some alternative districts down. This is unfortunately quite a bad city for them. Whoa, and the enemy is on the way. Okay, let's prepare. Sound the horns! Although
Are
surely...
you wine? Are you wine? Or are you vinegar?
Am I wine, or am I vinegar? I think I'm... vinegar. San Lorenzo, we're going to need your help. Could you train us some crappy units? Yes, sir. Brilliant. We're going to need to launch a counterattack on Shush. Been for struggling for viable land to fight on. But the enemy approaches. Oh god, the enemy approaches. Out of population. Maybe we need to try and squeeze someone out there, but we can't. It's such a long way around. However, we can probably come in and deal some pretty serious damage down here. So let's try and do this. Right? They're pillaging my birthday cake! No, not the cake! It's still 3 turns away though. So maybe if we up some carnage over here. Oh god. They've got uniques as well. But their levies are fairly useless. Okay. That's a great spot for an archer. Let's try and deploy tactfully here. Moves all units to stand along a river and abandons archer. Great tactical deploy, Chief. Where'd you learn that move? Clown school? Am I right? This is really bad, actually. We're just out-teched. So we're probably going to need to go back to the drawing board without all of our armies. However, the anti-cavalry may have an opportunity to strike down there. Archer and its one defender. Oh, they're high ground. Oh, it's over, Anakin! Ugh. Yes, revealing little pieces of the map as well, Tink. You're absolutely right. Okay, we need to kind of run away a bit. We want to go for that stab. It's a full health stab. Let's do it. No, we shouldn't have. Quick! Back up! Finish him! Oh, we weren't able to. It was such a waste. This is bad. Taught me a valuable lesson. So I'm going to need iron, really, aren't I? Rather than horses. We've kind of given up on the horse dream. We're going to move through for Iron Dream with mounted warfare. We're going to get these elephants in here, and they're going to teach these people a lesson they won't soon forget. I.e., oh my god, I was trampled by an elephant. How could I forget? And you can run away. You can cover his escape. No! Firing at us from across the lake, sir. What do we do? There's nothing you can do. Just charge! Yep. I will get my revenge. Alright. Connect the iron. Do I want to just shoot 4 people out of a city to connect iron? I might. No, it's only 1 turn. Let's just build it. Build the iron. Also, maybe the archer, because it can be upgraded with gold. Not that we're going to have gold in a while, but we should soon-ish. You can defend in place. Also kind of struggling up here. It's fine. We're just low on dudes. Maybe spare an extra one up there for defense. Bentfist is on the defense. And we kind of know that we maybe shouldn't challenge these people. But also they're pillaging my stuff. So let's go have a look. Maybe able to get some upgrades along the way. Religious rights. By the way, we don't have a religion right now, which really sucks. But let's get foreign customs.
Every culture
It's
has
going to
its
cost my
lesson,
combat strength.
its traditions, its values. It
But
would be
really good
cruel
for my
to see
aesthetic
them
stars, which I'll be able to earn as soon as I get just a little bit of gold. Please, sir, can't you spare a little bit of gold? Makes the upgrade pathway unlikely. Ah, let's send everybody down. Start training some swordsmen here. Can we get one next turn? Yes. Alright, let's start to train some swordsmen in San Lorenzo. We'll also get a couple here in the capital. This is our upgraded melee unit, right? And then we get our upgraded ranged unit and we're away. The people of Benfus were saved. And I'd love to be happy about that, but it's not mine. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to block that either because we're going to have to now snake back here to take back the zero population Benfus. You love to see it. And it can just throw some hammers over that way. That's a easy defend for me, I think. Yep, nice. We've taken out their army. So the marauders are gone. Let's go back and get the territory that they pillaged from us. Yes, Benfus was taken. Unfortunately, Daniel. Benfus was snagged out from under beneath us. I think for that same regard, let's hold here. We'll venture out this way and chop some trees. And then we'll use those trees to build men. He builds men from trees. Because we don't really want to leave population in the city either because it's mutinous, so they'll just become rebels, right? So let's just get training them into units of our own. And then get it working on its stability. Oh, hello. Really something I want to do. Just yet. But we'll move there and heal in friendly territory. And then we'll connect that unit there. So they've got a little bit of ranged assistance. Sugarville coming along nicely. Stability actually starting to come along nicely here now as well, which is really good to see. Any of these particularly valuable? 5, 2, 8 food. Yeah, I mean, it's actually not really very good. A garrison is sort of a waste of time at the minute, but it's probably our best bet actually. So let's just get a nice garrison up there for it to plot away on. Just really ensure it has a good base of stability. Although now that we can build the stupa, I will of course move that in place. Some logic actually to building a unit there too. Yeah, we'll do something like that. And then maybe get these two down here, just because this feels like a little bit of a vulnerable front line to me. Sugarville. It will have some garrisons. It will have a little bit of a standing army. It should be all bueno. And we might get you to go and chop that tree as well. Just keep sort of looping industry back into the city. Maybe over here too, yeah. While we're waiting, pump a bit of extra industry into Benfus, which, by the way, could maybe use some industry I can't help but feel. Or do we want to use this opportunity to finally get some more district? God, we kind of do. But no. Let's get food and industry. Cool. Now, religious screen. What does it even look like? Egyptian polytheism. Okay. We might be able to make a comeback with that. Maybe, just maybe. How's my war score with black? A very good question.
You repulse.
It's looking good. Right, they're at -3 a turn, 28. And we're, what, just coasting, are we? Yeah, we're just completely flat. Let's use an ace state ability. 1,900. Yeesh! What do I do with all this influence? I'm well over my city cap so far that it's actually hurting my influence generation. Quite some deal. So, I don't want to do that. I can't get wonders. I got it! You know, I don't know. Leave that one there. Because there's a whole lot of rebels appearing here as expected. We'll squeeze up on this guy. Might be worth just nosing in with the manual deploy. Just to make sure we get a nice front line like this. So, they've got cavalry units. Hopefully the anti-cav survives for long enough to do a little bit of damage. They are ranged units. They are terrifying. They are strong. It's their unique. Getting at least one stab off, though, so that's a good sign. Try and focus fire to just take one down, I think. Nice. Nice! That was bad. No, no whoops needed. I was proud because I was fast. It's a team effort, my friend. What a brilliant team we are. Maybe up here. Dang it. Dang it! Dang it! The only really stronger units that are surviving, but it's not even our warriors, which is insane. I mean, our swordsmen. Like, we don't even have swordsmen. Ludicrous. I'm gonna have to reroute now. And reallocate. It's a bit of a gruesome one. San Lorenzo defenders. Cowering! They're outnumbered 2-1. Get +1 combat strength for them. A nice little bonus, I think. I hope. Hopefully these reinforcements can get over here. Someone? Anyone? Hello? Get out of there, warrior! Should be okay. There's a hodgepodge little army coming over. Sugarville, I am concerned about you. Get you that as a priority. Yep. Don't like the look of that at all. We've got a new demand. They want a city. I'm just going to ignore it. La la la, I can't hear you. Almost lunchtime? Yeah, I know, right? How good. I thought because I haven't streamed in a while, I would make this first one back long. And then with just the massive outflowing of crazy, stupendous, like, I didn't expect us to get to triple digits. I didn't expect many people to come up. I obviously didn't expect what happened at the start to happen at the start. I thought, you know, let's make it a goodie. So, make it at least the 3-hour one today. But you're right. Lunch does await a hungry man. Okay, we'll lose one unit.
Ugh. You
I feel very stretched militarily, but otherwise not terribly. Let's give Sugarville a little bit of assistance. Give it this territory back. And actually train that unit in a turn, because I am a little paranoid down there. And then we'll try and send a couple of units each way around this guy. And get back that war support. Whoa, no, 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 no. Just like that, I've changed my mind. We're going to need to go on the defensive instead by the looks. We now have swordsmen, so we at least have a little bit of strength. Could use a little extra range support as well. Might queue up, if I had the population. Oh well. What can you do? How to make the armies move so much faster? It's a setting in the options menu. I can't quite remember what it's called off the top of my head, and I can't remember where it is buried. Battle animation speed. There you go. You want to up your battle animation speed to 3. Hope that helps you. Ooh, is our unique technically in the new Humankind a religious district? Counts as religious district. Neat. Minus 50% religious district industry cost. This is absolutely a match made in heaven, right? Now that the religious district definition has been expanded out so widely. Our uniques here, such as the stupa, are stupidly good. Nice. Although, actually kind of not nice what's happening here right now. Lucky, Sugarville will be able to help a little bit. I can insta-resolve that though, I think. It's kind of brutal. Rather brutal! Also that, though. Yeah, I'm also that. Do I need these to come back this way and just stomp this war and give up on Sugarville, on defending Sugarville? The answer could be a yes. I don't know, though. It's risky. As tensions escalate in the southwest, I'm a little bit worried about it. Increasingly worried about it, in fact, you'd be fair to say.
If
We're going to have to constantly train units is really bad for us as well, because we just can't get any populations up and online. So it's really difficult for us to get stuff done. Oh, and look who's coming in for round 2. Okay. Well, I think we can make her pay for that. Like, I think that is just genuinely a mistake. Hopefully. But we'll have to move away from Sugarville. Remind me later about that fame, because I'll need to earn a few more stars, I'd say. Science is one of the, perhaps, more achievable ones, so I might just try and squeeze a little bit of extra science out wherever I can. Upgrade that warrior into a swordsman, because it could be under a little bit of duress. And let's get one of these bad boys online, but first maybe an additional swordsman here as well, because the army is just really light on the ground. What way are you going to go? I'm going to run away from here. Because I don't know if I win that. Oh, actually, maybe with this unit I do. Let's try and rendezvous the army together up this way, regardless. Grab another swordsman. Bentfist, you probably need to stop this crap before it gets out of hand, yeah? Yeah. Sadly. Alrighty. Let's go. Sugarville, at this point, you might as well just turn your dudes into units as well. I mean, really. We'll get a defender. We'll get an elephant defender. We can't move out of here. We're just absolutely trapped in by these barbs. Although they may also save us, hilariously. So let's just try and train up a ranged unit so that we have something to fire over this wall with. So many outside. I'm so scared. Okay. Any desire for peace like ever. I know, right? We've been dealt a pretty unfortunate hand in that respect. Peace has just seemingly never been an option. Good news is we are going to have just enough defenders here, I hope. Oh crap! They're not in initial range. It should be okay though. Yeah, it is. Yee! And then we'll cycle this levy out and cycle these guys in. And then just hold. We can just drag this out, hiding behind our walls. I have no issue with that. That's an easy defend. Alright. We'll shape Memphis up to be the same, hopefully. Squeeze down here with these units. Should apply enough pressure to insta-resolve. Oh. Do you smell that? That's regret. And it stinks. Okay. Nope, that's alright. That's fine. Fortifications. Peasants are going to be doing a lot of fighting.
You now have a city of 10 territories. That tiny first settlement is nothing but a
Me auto-resolving the comfortable one, but manually fighting the 1v1. I see why it was a problem, though. We probably just got picked off at a distance or something. Because their attack's very good. Oh, crap. We're also outnumbered. That's a problem. Oh my god. Oh, when the saints come marching in. It was a trap. Nice catch, Benombi. Oy, 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 oy. Heal, 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 heal. Okay, we may have scared them off to live another day. Okay. Defend you there. You're fine. You're barely fine. You're barely fine. You're barely fine. Everybody's just sort of barely fine. That trap was devastating. I know, right? That was a Darth Vader no moment if I've ever seen one. It's a very quick catch on the bot.
You have marched out your first emblematic unit. Congratulations. Do try to keep them alive.
Do try. Okay, emblematic unit ready. That's always nice to see. Maybe we should build it its own garrison so that it can't be attacked, like, very easily. Like, we put it behind the other ones, raised up, and then it just goes pew pew pew. Or actually building up onto that hill would be kind of nice. Let's build this ugly bridge this way. And then maybe, like, chop, like, one tree to try and help it. We should be able to chop that one without being attacked, I hope. I'd love to take down this independent people, but I'm at 5 out of 4 at the moment, so we're doing okay enough. Let's just tuck ourselves back in up here. You building this is probably silly, right? Let's get a garrison or something here instead. What is this? Oh crap. They decided to move in. They mustn't have liked the whole garrison thing, huh? Okay, well, this is going to be tricky. Christian. Kia ora. Okay, we have to hope that our walls hold up. And that our ranged unit can carry. It's taken a lot of hits, and it did actually destroy some units in retaliation. Very good. To cycle it back here would be a very smart idea. Just to get it not in this tile, because this tile is by far the worst to defend. Look at it, it's awful. We're gonna have to give up one to do that though. I guess that's alright. Obliterate. Pew pew pew. Yep. Really happy with that. We need more of those. We need more of those. Alrighty, Huck. Huck. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My king. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your generosity. And have a great weekend, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're amazing. This is so good. Cycle in a healthy one. What a wonderful defense. The beauty of being on the defensive, huh? Okay, we've got one of these OP elephants up here now. Where do I want to stomp this into? Maybe Lulu Barn. Yeah, let's go teach it a barn lesson. Neat. Nobody yucks with an elephant. It's true. They are too scary. Oh, it is so good though. Tainted waters. Minus 1,000 gold for plus 15 food. Plus 17 industry or plus 15 money. I really need the money. So I'm going to take the money. Take the money, kids. Oh, here's a really vulnerable city. Let's take this one instead. The elephant will be able to really do that. Do justice there too. Neat. And then back over at this front line, I think we stab you and you. And then hide. up here. Oh, apparently not. Bit of a faux pas. Luckily, our mega tank of an elephant can handle everything. Hey, Cutter, welcome! 2 months of megapixel. How good! You are awesome. Thank you so much for sticking around the second month. The second month is always the hardest, I've noticed. Dude, I appreciate it. That is so cool. Better late than never. The horses can't fight me if I hide behind the walls, so we just hop behind the wall and then fire at them with this big cannon of a thing. Which means that I can step up like this and go for a high ground one. Obliterate! It just shoots a giant crossbow bolt kind of thing. It's awesome. We could do this as well. Boom. And like that, we are through 100 turns. Which by my calculations, probably maybe makes this a 3-part playthrough. Maybe a 2-part playthrough. It depends. It could start to snowball. The first areas are likely to be a lot slower as they're a bit more grindy. But maybe as I get through, if I can start to get a bit more of a first mover advantage, get more cities and infrastructure, etc. online, we can start to grab a bit more power and emerge as one of the global superpowers. The reason why I say that is because I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you so much for tuning in, for supporting me while I took a wee break. The rest of August will likely still be a bit disrupted. I wouldn't expect normal levels of content to return just yet, but you should expect to see stuff coming out still now again, which is great. And then as we move through, I'd say into September, we should be sort of back to firing on all cylinders and back to the status quo once more. And with that, I will put us onto not quite as good as the Be Right Back screen, but an end screen nonetheless. So far, so good, tentatively. We're struggling a bit in the war department, but we have actually been able to, it's important to note, not only defend our own lands, but also push and take some extra, right? So actually, all things considered, we're doing quite well. Fame-wise, we're just slightly behind the top 3. Little bit concerned about that player in first, but otherwise it's not so bad. Looks like Pete still going on a rampage, having vassalized another player, which is hilarious. So we'll also have to keep an eye out for that emerging threat over there in third. And yeah, otherwise, thank you so much for the triple-digit likes, for the huge generosity in donations and memberships today. We had so many gifted memberships as well, which was really cool. In fact, we have more than we've ever had combined. Like today outnumbered all other days combined. But just a huge shout out to people like Mortish, Cerubio, Scott, Rich and Friendship Sugar, Huck Houston, Maximum Overdrive, Ben Omby, of course, Daniel as well. You've been here for hours, so I appreciate you. Not a very nice day out there, probably for you. Most of the country's seems to be pouring with rain, but if it is a nice day in Ototahi, I hope you enjoy it. Apeshionist as well was our 1 subscriber on Twitch. Thank you for the support over on Twitcheroo. And then right at the start, Dusk and Huck as well, who kicked us off with a insanely generous $250 donation. I appreciate each and every one of you though, whether you've tuned out for 5 minutes or the whole like 4 hours of the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. And I can't say with 100% certainty, but I'm planning on either picking up on my next stream, which I'll run a poll, and it'll either be part 2 or whatever the most popular option is. Some people were calling for a couple of other games like Old World and Dune Spice Wars, so I'll run a poll on the channel. And whatever one wins, if it's part 2 of this challenge or if it's a different game, I'll see you, I reckon, on probably toward the end of your weekend, like maybe Sunday night, potentially Monday. But either way, pencil that in. Thank you so much again for the generosity. I can't believe it. I'm going to go and do a little boogie. And... and I'll see you next